Hello and welcome back to the Shifting Realms. We're moving on to the second arc of this adventure. You might notice that we are missing one player. Oh, rip. Poor Joe.
This is how we started Arc 1.
Which is how it must be done.
Yes.
Joe was actually not allowed to be at our table for any of our episode 1.
For safety
bad
reasons.
news
For us, for Joe.
Yeah.
For those of you that are still here, this is it. Training wheels are off. We step outside the gates of Port Haven. A true overworld adventure begins where you all have the power, the autonomy to ruin everything I have here before me on this piece of paper.
Amazing.
But to make sure that we're all on the same page, let's get a decent reminder, a decent recap of what we had from our epilogue from Arc 1 and the prologue into this series. We'll be right back.
Last session, the Oddballs prepared to depart from Port Haven after their heroic efforts saved the city from the cult of assimilation. As they wrapped up their final affairs, a mysterious knock at the door led to the unexpected arrival of Torrent, accompanied by Slide, a dapper ratfolk with ties to Nim. Slide's presence stirred tension, especially with Jibanu, while Torrent engaged each member in cryptic conversations, hinting at deeper connections, prophecies, and cautioning them about the paths ahead. Nim and Slide shared a private reunion, revealing that they had known each other from 1,000 years ago, linked to a catastrophic event they are determined to prevent from repeating. Meanwhile, Silas grappled with inner turmoil and strained relationships within the group. Feeling isolated, he visited the Temple of the Old Gods to honor Lucius's memory, where he performed a personal ceremony that yielded unexpected results. Enoch and Nim ventured back below the city through the sewers to the forgotten Temple of Frith to harvest crystals. The risky endeavor resulted in volatile reactions, causing explosions and injuries, but they managed to secure a few valuable gems. Jibanu, Nim, and Icarus investigated Lucius's quarters, discovering hidden correspondences, revealing that Lucius had been secretly working with Elpis Ambrosine and knew Jibanu's true identity all along. Irelys spent time aiding Tanitha in nurturing the land and later had a heartfelt conversation with Icarus. They shared vulnerabilities and discussed choices impacting their paths and relationships, especially concerning past actions and the looming prophecy. Back at Oddballs Threads, Karnath exhibited unusual behavior. That night, Nim confronted Karnath, who revealed he would be hiding in the city somewhere the next day, promising answers if she found him. Elsewhere, Kennedy contacted Silas through a mental link from aboard Elpis's airship. He informed Silas of his pursuit of Arden and warned about the dangers ahead. Kennedy's AI companion, Patricia, attempted to relay crucial information to Silas about the Archon, but was hindered by conflicting directives, leaving Silas puzzled and concerned. The next morning, the Oddballs found the streets remarkably empty. Following the path that Karnath had provided, they encountered murals depicting their adventures, leading them to a grand celebration in their honor. At a massive gathering, Lord Yukari Esters honored them as Storm Wardens, heroes of Port Haven, and the city bestowed gifts and gratitudes upon them. Castori outlined their journey ahead, offering the Oddballs roles within the Caravan and explaining the challenges they would face, including choices about scouting, guarding, or supporting the core of the Caravan. With new responsibilities and paths to choose, the Oddballs prepared to embark on the next leg of their adventure, stepping firmly into the next chapter of their story.
The scent of the sea air begins to fade. It's replaced by this bouquet of overworld travel and all of the wonderful smells that come with that, some lack of bathing, the animals and the livestock that are coming as well. You can hear the jangle of bridles upon the beast of burden pulling this parade of wagons northward. A concert of songs fill the air as this train of troubadours has left the station that is Port Haven, a city recently beset by the cult of assimilation. But here in this caravan, here upon these wagons, there is still yet hope. Having surmounted nearly impossible odds, this group of oddballs moves beyond the coast, heading inland. Though the caravan itself may be optimistic for what lies ahead, there are struggles, there are fears, there are concerns. Our original team of 7 has lost one of their own. Kennedy Scott, who has found themselves ported, along with their porter, across the world to a remarkably unfamiliar landscape. Though they weren't alone for long, as they were picked up by their best friend, Elvis Ambrosine. And in Kennedy's stead, we have a new character joining the folds, Ajax, best friend and previous right-hand man of Castori Lilyfleet. The coastal terrain of the sun-soaked shores gives way to wide open plains, leading up until the shifting of the foothills of the Twins, the mountain ranges which help to split the realms of Eldoray from the Sable Marshlands to the east. You all would also be aware that the Bay of Storms is nestled directly between the Twins, the 2 mountain ranges which splits this part of the world. The hot summer days begin to relent, giving way to cooler nights, cooler evenings as fall is beginning to show its face as the caravan travels. Now, it will still be some time until the true autumnal paintbrush comes across the forest here, but you can tell that there is something on the wind, something on the horizon that is changing. These oddballs may have saved Port Haven, but Arden and his supporters have a full 5 weeks head start on all of you.
Probably that's fine.
100% that's fine.
Yeah.
5 weeks of potential assimilation abroad. 5 weeks of seeking the remaining relics of power. 5 weeks to sink their claws deeper into the high houses of Eldoray and the political mess that is now full of strife in that nest.
Sounding less fine.
I think where we pan in and start tonight is a reminder of really where you're at. You've been in what Castori would call a trial period. For the first 2 or 3 days of your travel, it's been an opportunity for you to get to know the who's who, get a better understanding of the what's what, and really try to acclimate to the caravan at large. You don't have to worry about watches. Food has been helpfully provided for you. The really important piece here, for most of your palates at least, there are other ways to acquire meals for you. You've been cared for, but it's been crystal clear that as this trial period comes to an end, you will become full-fledged members of this caravan. They want you to feel welcome, but they don't want to feel like you're being thrown into the deep end of the ocean, as so you might say, right? There's no pools in this world. Unfortunate. As you all have been gathered, collected, it's important for you to know who is here with you. If you remember, Millicent had very quickly worked their way into this group and this organization. Millie has left the city and is also part of this caravan. Lord Drukari Esters is also traveling with you all as far as the northern high roads, when he is going to split and head to Archaeth because he has been summoned. You all will then head west, or at least the caravan will. That'll be up to you to decide how and what that looks like. And as you all had first left Port Haven, you would have seen Karnath standing there with his at least 4 Karnath-sized backpacks upon his back. These are the friends that you've made, acquaintances, thieves that you've released from jail, that you've brought along, or at least helped to give them an opportunity here.
It's identical to how I met Enoch, actually.
We can't stop picking him up. But there's options here.
We're reducing recidivism.
I got a job for you.
Like fools.
You all will remember that we have access to the front guard, the rear guard, the core caravan, and then also the scouting party. What I want to know is, for the past couple of days while you all have been traveling with this, who's been part of the front guard? Raise your hand. Front guard? Okay. Ajax, Nim. And for the audience, we checked in with Joe. Joe wanted to be with the front guard as well. Okay. Ajax, Nim as well.
Who is this Joe you speak of?
Yeah, we placed Joe into the world.
That's actually where he is. It's Jumanji.
Okay. And anyone for see if anyone cares about the rear. Anyone for the rear guard? Absolutely not.
No.
Does anybody want to go scouting?
No. It's tempting, but
Absolutely not.
It's not in my contract. Sorry.
Absolutely not. A silly question. Who's going to be hanging out in the comfy core caravan for their training period? Okay. Where I think we should start, because let's pay respect to the individuals that are doing some actual work.
hey.
It's true though.
As we fade in to the beginning of this front caravan, it's been about 3 days that you've been with the front guard, getting a better lay of the land, trying to understand what it actually means to ensure that the caravan is protected. Over these past 3 days, I want to get some insight into the characters. Have we had any changing of apparel? Have we had any changing of mannerisms? Have you picked in any new hobbies? What does your role look like since you've been hanging out with the front guard? And I'll remind you all, the leader of the front guard is the bugbear named Brumph. So please reintroduce your characters. Let's start with you, Ajax, the newest addition.
Okay, can we start with Nim? Because nothing changed for me. I was already wearing like my caravan outfit. I'm a little guy. I'm a little jester, little dude.
You're
Maybe I have
8'12".
bagpipes.
We can start with Nan, but just do like a character like introduction. Like,
I don't know what that means.
I'm like 6'3", and
I'm
this is what I wear,
6'7",
or yeah,
thank
right,
you.
right, and I'm this class and stuff like that,
Okay.
like things like that. So okay, let's start with Nim. Nim, reintroduce your character.
I'd be delighted. Nim, which is short for Nemosne, is about 5'5" in her 3-inch boots, which are an important part, a foundational aspect of her clothes, you could say. I think she's probably switched out from her like strict librarian, because she is definitely just a sweet little librarian class beguiler, as was recently revealed, with a very like strong passion for investigation.
So minored.
Minored in that and underwater basket weaving.
Of course.
And then a couple Anyway, so she's probably changed out of some of the more rigid, uptight like vest that she had on into some more like loose flowing shirts. That's kind of calling back to some of the clothes she would have worn in her youth. She's still keeping her hair up though, because that's, those are for other times.
Snack times.
Snack times. Enrichment. But she is probably spent the last 3 days just going over her notes, especially along the ritual casting. I think that was organizing, just trying to get a picture of like how the ley lines have shifted, just like really just starting to collate and go through, because we got a lot of information over those past couple weeks. So she's probably been doing that and trying to pick Enoch's brain and just maybe see...
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, respectfully. So respectfully and consensually.
It's an important part.
That's the important part. So she's been working on that. She has dark hair, for anyone just joining us for this arc. And just full lips.
Thank you.
Why is that
I would have added it if you didn't.
No problem.
In post,
Like,
it would have been your thing, and then over your mouth, full lips.
boom, boom. And that's Nim. She also has an enchanted quill that I'm looking forward to using for good.
I can't wait to do a magic item.
For good.
For good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else of note?
Not that's coming to mind. I think she has been quizzing Ajax about whether he likes fishing or banjos, just to be like...
It's your comfort.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, I have those slots to fill.
Damn!
It's been 5 weeks.
Which,
Well, that takes us to Ajax then. So Ajax, this is home for you essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're changing a ton, but reintroduce us to who and what Ajax is.
So Ajax is 6'7". It's really important. And they wear what you could describe as like a mix between like a Renaissance jester outfit with like armor, and their faces never seen. They switch out to show their emotions with masks. And what they've been doing the past 3 days is just spending time with the caravan because they know everybody here. But also they would be playing their lute on the horse and answering Nim's questions of, I can fish. No, I don't know how to play the banjo. Why are you asking?
It's so similar to a lute, though.
No.
It's a totally different tuning.
I see. Interesting. Less twang.
Yes.
More cowbell.
There's, I don't want to speak for Ajax here, but you're right. Like, everyone knows who you are. You were the leader of the core caravan before you have been essentially put into this role by Castori. Now, Raya has taken your place in the core caravan, but there's still a lot of respect and reverence. There's something to be said about this group of individuals that is more akin to a Fae family than anything else. And even the individuals that are found and rescued in this caravan are immediately part of this found family that they have here. That's what's really special about this. And you can see, even with this trial period that's going on, Ajax, with these newcomers, that's exactly what they're doing. They need to find their own niche. They need to find their own connection. They need to find their own relationships. Hence why there was this ushering to, well, why don't we send somebody to the front? We'll send somebody to the back. We'll send somebody to the core. They want them to meet the other people. Over the course of that, again, you'd meet some folks, introduce, probably maybe helping out Nim a little bit. But on the third day here, before you're about to go into the end of your trial period, this final, you would see that there's a remarkably large gathering of individuals. There appears to be a large circular ring. And Ajax, you would know exactly what this is and what this represents. You can hear a very classic "Rumph" at about 30-second intervals. What would you like to do, the two of you?
This is common.
This is normal.
Good. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I will grab Nim's arm, bend down a little bit, grab Nim's arm, because I'm like so much taller, and we will head over there.
Yes, Enoch, you come too. The courtier T-pose.
He's just nailing people as he's walking by.
Well.
As you break that line of the crowd, you would see that there's about a 15-foot open space, and in the center of that circle, there is just a table. The table has been reinforced with metal bindings, metal straps, and a number of leather around. Trying to really, you can see that there's been a number of pieces that have been broken over and over and over again. And sitting at one side of the table, you can see that there is a fairly young wood elf, probably somewhere in like the 35 to 50 age range.
Wow.
And you would also see on the other side that there is what appears to be a male bugbear. They're a little bit furrier. For those of you who have seen bugbears in this world before, there's a wavy curliness to their hair, and they're a taupe, a light taupe color, instead of maybe what you would imagine traditionally as this maybe a darks or the blacks or various things of the darker browns for a bugbear. And you can see that there is a remarkably bored look upon their face as they smash another hand down on the table as the table buckles and gives way a smidge, and there is another brumph, and the wood elf grabs onto their arm and walks away as another person comes and sits down at the table.
So normal. Yes. Do you partake?
Yes.
Wonderful. Enoch?
I do not want to be a weapon.
There it is.
Great. Oh, good. Do we, how does one, what face is Ajax wearing right now?
A smile.
Good. So you just go up and you put up your hand.
Another one goes down.
I'll go next. I will go. The person, whoever was supposed to go next, I walk over, I'll pick them up, move them out of the chair, and then I'll sit down.
Oh, Ajax. Okay. You can see they were getting psyched. They were getting worked up. Yeah, I needed a second anyway. Thanks, Ajax.
Great, good. I'll cut in line to be fine. Yeah, absolutely. I also know what I'm doing, and I'm supposed to be here.
There's just, you're walking by people. I got it this time. Ajax, here's how this game works.
Yay! I'm gonna lose.
You got this.
You are able to make 3 rolls. 2 of them need to be strength-based.
Oh, no.
The third one can be whatever you want to sell me on.
Amazing.
When I say strength-based, it can be athletics, right? So
It's like to dodge.
dodge action. You won't get hit by the splinters of the wood as it goes by. You have 3 rolls.
You got this.
All right. What's the third one you want to sell me on?
Acrobatics.
Okay. Tell me how you're gonna use it. Like describe it to me.
Yeah. Or hang on. Actually, let me think.
Or draw it. Even pass it to me.
Maybe
Like an IKEA.
what about performance?
Ooh, if you could work the crowd up in such a fashion that you could somehow
Because me and my negative
get
one
in
ain't gonna
Brump's
do
head
well.
and somehow get in Brump's head. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Perfect.
Let's start with performance and see if that goes successful. I will go ahead and lower the DC
Great.
for the other ones. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get that first round. It's always going to be versus.
Like luchador style.
Yes.
Would you one of these?
Bring the chair. Yeah.
Okay.
29.
That beats by 22. All right. Now what's important about this? What's important about this is you realize you learned something in this moment, Ajax, is that Brump is something of a showman himself.
Yes.
And no movement has been made to push your arm a direction, but there's just been a squeeze as you watch a wry smile bearing Fang as Brump goes, Brump. And squeezes your hand.
Great.
But I'm going to reduce their die rolls for the remaining 2. The next 2 are strength based. Let's go!
Like it.
11.
I got a 22. Again.
Brumph.
There's a light
You get my references.
pushes it down. It's about halfway down to the table, and you can tell that there's a pause here.
Okay.
They're giving you a chance, Ajax.
You get this. You get this.
I don't got this. 14.
I got an 18. As there is a Brumph.
I will pat Brumph on the shoulder. I let you win that round, and I'll sit up.
Great.
There's a person who is behind you. Actually, there's one person that is like Weasel. The person that Ajax had pushed out of the way is like still kind of like dancing side to side.
I'm gonna give that person Arctic inspiration.
Are we supposed to lose on part? Nope. Great. Good. Excellent. Great work.
let them go first, so you can see how else it's supposed to be.
Oh, wonderful.
Bardic
Excellent.
inspiration to
right.
that guy.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
watching
gonna
it.
whisper.
There's some.
I'm gonna whisper in their ear. Say something insulting, and then I'm gonna walk away.
Whatever you say, boss. I got it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling loose. I'm coming for you, Brump. Sits down, arm on the table. I'm gonna roll twice. First one's for Brump. Roll the Bardic.
Oh man, what is it? I think it's
D8.
I think it's a D8 at this
Yeah.
point.
D8. Okay, cool. That's not a D8. 1.
Hey, doesn't matter. You watch as this individual, confused. There's this bewilderment across their face. Today's the day, Brump. Continues to go. Second roll. First one's Brumph. Second one's this person.
I'm scared.
Yeah, Brumph rolled a 6 in the die, and this person who is just a make-believe imaginary person that was between the two of you rolled a natural 20 and is about to become the hero of this adventure. And takes this all the way down. And you can just watch as there is like simultaneous fear, confusion, excitement for what this means moving forward, their status in the caravan.
Yay, Randall.
Yeah,
Her name is now Randall.
Randall random.
Randall random. The final roll, first one is Brumph. Brumph rolled a 3. And Randall rolled a 16 on the die. And Randall just stands up and just screams to the heavens.
I'm
Brumph is a You are now Randall random.
Oh, good, excellent, great.
And Nim, you can see in Brumph's there's a hands that come forward on the table here. Brumph.
We all have these moments. Yes, all right.
And you sit down at the table.
Yep.
And you watch as Brumph takes off the equivalent to like ankle weights, but for one's biceps.
No, this is for Brumph now.
And then what hand do you use?
Left.
You watch as Brumph's been using his right hand for all these. He smiles. Brings out his left hand.
Oh, good, he's fresh.
I'm standing behind you, just like.
I make a note to find Randall later.
Don't you hurt my boy Randall!
I can't wait to write so much lore about Randall tonight. You can make 3 rolls. 2 of them have to be strength-based. What do you want the third one to be?
God, I'd like to use my bamboozle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another charisma-based thing we got going on here?
Yeah, that's kind of what I got going on. Actually,
Okay.
great.
Tell me what skill you want to roll.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Yeah.
investigation.
You want to look for his Brumph's weakness?
I want to look for Brumph's weakness, because whenever you're doing, like sometimes when you take a breath and there's that moment where your hand falters,
Yeah.
I want to look for that moment precisely to use every ounce of my 7 strength in that moment. It's just right there.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, make the roll.
Great.
I like investigation. It works for me.
Okay, thank you. That skill, I love you. Okay. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay, you see a couple of weaknesses,
Oh no.
but you're missing what you're looking for.
Oh.
You see someone that has one of their big weaknesses is public humiliation, and
good.
they've just experienced that.
Great.
And you see an individual that's put up a number of walls after that, walls that were already built upon walls. They're building new walls before the walls that were previously
He's
there.
a guarded individual.
A guarded individual. And you watch as they're looking at you, and as you're trying to there's something you can tell in the eyes. It's always in the eyes.
Uh-huh.
Look to the iris always. And
Yeah.
you look in there and you just see your own reflection in their eyes.
I think Nim is just has been through so much and is like, is this really? This might be what does it already.
This is the end.
This is the end.
I will not be reducing the upcoming die any more than I already have.
Cool. That's fine.
Second roll, strength-based, please.
Can I start playing my lute in honor of Nim and give her bardic inspiration?
Of course. Yeah.
Can I give myself the help action?
No, the community is going to give you the help action after the sit down. All right, make the roll.
I don't want to. Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Is that with inspiration?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So it's 14.
Total?
With inspiration.
With inspiration. You watch as there's a gentleness to this, which I don't think you fully expected.
No.
There's not that like overcompensating squeezing of the hand, but there is just a very consistent, like somebody just working a remarkably well-oiled lever.
A labeled lever.
Yeah, clearly labeled.
This would go really differently under different circumstances. I just want you to know.
Brumph. Final roll.
This is terrible.
I don't think you get bardic inspiration for this one.
If Ajax burns another one.
Do it!
Thank you,
Okay, that's at 14 again.
I got a 12. You get down to the edge of the table, and something must have poked through that previous 19 investigation, which wasn't able to get through their defenses earlier. When someone is so assured of their victory, you spot it. The weakness.
I told you. And then I'm gonna let him win.
You let him win? There is a realization. There is a glimmer in Brumph's eye. What's your passive intuition?
It's 11.
Okay. Well, you're not exactly sure, but something happened.
My strength.
Something definitely happened,
Yeah.
and there is just the most peaceful and graceful and serene plopping of your hand down onto the table. And Brumph stands up. And extends one of their hands.
I shake it. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be a part of this amazing ritual. All right.
While they have your hand, they pull you in, which is like over the table, right? So like, and you're not that tall.
No.
And so there's like this huge leaning down as they're kind of pulling you across the table, and they get up right next to your ear and they say, "Hey, my name's Brumph. I'm afraid of large groups, but what you did was really cool."
Oh, yeah, no problem. I was happy to help. You were going to, I was never going to
I
win
have
the million.
appearances to keep up, but...
Of course, I understand. You've got to look a certain way. Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, we should talk more. Thanks for being so chill.
Could you tell me what product you use in your hair? Because the wave is amazing. Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I was wondering. Oh, absolutely. You're so strong. Thank you for going so easy on me.
Leans back. Brumph.
Absolutely. Right. I walk away, rubbing my shoulder, or rubbing the correct shoulder.
This was the correct group for Brom.
And mechanically, Randall Random has just won the following. Randall Random, from winning the arm wrestling competition, will now have a +1 with heavy two-handed weapons. Moving forward.
Enoch.
Wow.
Sorry, Enoch. You didn't want to be a weapon.
Honestly, no shit. Sorry, Enoch. Sorry, Joe. This was literally for you, and then I forgot that you were going to be here this episode.
Yikes.
Plus, Randall's looking swole.
There's just something.
Well, I think that is like a title, though. So if you beat Randall next week in the steel cave,
His strength will leave his body. Something has left me.
Along with his life.
And with that,
next week.
the end of your trial period comes to a close in the front guard. Brumph has revealed a little bit more about the inner workings. He's just a really shy guy with appearances to keep up.
Chill guy.
Chill guy, I understand. Sometimes you gotta
It's
look
hard
tougher than you are.
being perceived as this big, scary monstrosity, but really he just cares a lot. But he does have a job to do.
Yep.
And that's smashing tables.
Yep.
But I need to check in with the core caravan.
Yeah?
The core caravan. You've had about 3 days to get acclimated, to learn a little bit more about your roles, to learn about each other, possibly, right? But what I want to do is I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to reintroduce all of our characters. Any big changes, whether it's wardrobe, lessons learned, or important aspects that you want to add or change since the previous arc. And we're going to go ahead and we've already hit this one. So start with you, Jabanu, and we'll keep on wrapping around.
All right. Jabanu Al-Jasur is what in common they call a desert elf, although he'll insist that in his language they're just called people, and that really, our migration routes only pass through the desert briefly. We would go through mountains, forests. We're really all-terrain elves. Yes. He's about 5'6", counting his ears. He's got dark hair, a little goat beard, olive complexion. He's not wearing his brigantine armor anymore. He's in more relaxed garb. He's not, and he's wearing his, and he's still wearing his black and white scarf, his keffiyeh, which has kind of musical notes and crescent moon motifs. He threw away his old brown robe because it was in the sewers.
No amount of magic can fix that.
No. He threw that away. So he's just kind of wearing whatever sort of neutral toned clothes he could find in this caravan.
Of which there are plenty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So he's just wearing some browns, some blacks, some that kind of thing. Okay. He's not wearing the scary cloak of infinite evil or whatever he found down
that's
there.
Pretty close to what I actually have written down over here. Yeah.
Even though the one that
I used the word spooky, but yeah.
But I do need to know, where are you keeping it? Where is it?
He has folded it up with the rest of his clothes in his wagon.
Okay, back in Ramshackle.
Yep, it's back in Ramshackle.
Okay.
And he and it kind of and in sort of a foreboding, he dislikes it so much, but he doesn't want to get rid of it because he also likes it so much. He wrapped it in those mithril chains.
Wrapped it in the mithril chains of lighting.
Yes.
Shoot.
That'll work.
So no one else can get it?
Yeah. Well, that would be something that would need to be appropriately role-played, because the way the mithril chains of binding work is they can fully bind an entity or a creature. So if you were to play that out and it worked, you should have some concerns.
What?
Interesting.
Oh no.
So he kind of he's sort of haphazardly,
Heard that.
but he's gonna maybe he'll go back and later try and
And the DM said something pretty interesting.
Maybe we should play that one out.
Maybe let's do it.
Anything else?
He has a lovely giant goat named Misa.
She's perfect.
She's perfect.
Aww.
And he rides her around. That's it.
Take us to Ireless.
Yeah.
Reintroduce us.
Ireless, a witch. She wears a witch hat. And she has wild red hair, very almost impossibly light skin, light gray eyes, kind of a spray of the faintest rainbow freckles. She is all over the place. Average height. She's got a raven, Tulu, who is his own bird. And she's also a new mother of a Gemrock. She's wearing the clothes that she has still. Yeah. So earthy browns, a dress, a dire bear fur capelet for warmth, and also for showing off that she killed a dire bear.
Yep.
And sometimes she is wearing a mask on the left side of her face.
Wearing the mask.
And sometimes she is not.
Okay. All the time, you hear a faint whispering.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Regardless of if you're wearing or not wearing. It's important to note, Jabanu, so would you.
Right.
Does it get quieter when the chains are on, though?
To be honest, we really need to play out that potential scene because I can't just give you that answer.
No.
Which is, in a way, an answer. Whatever.
This is more caravan problems.
Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
Nothing else?
Yeah. Icarus, you're on the road, traveling again.
Again.
Any new additions? Reintroduce us to Icarus.
Icarus is a youngish, about 25, looks human, but he's got strikingly almost gold skin and gold hair, and one gold eye, the other being a very electric blue, and he covers the right side of his face with a pearlescent white mask. He has robes that before were black and blue, and they still are, but they've adapted a bit to being on the road. The cloak before was very light for the sea breeze, and now it's almost fur-like, with the kind of fur collar or whatever around the hood. And it seems like the undergarments beneath it have risen up to cover his neck and his arms, and he wears gloves. There's still the sun motif on his chest. That is still very much there. But the main addition to his wardrobe is a very magic punk device, taking up most of his wrist and forearm with a clock in the center of it. He's calling the Mulligan device. And this accompanies the many pocket watches he normally carries around. And the last thing that would be different from Port Haven Icarus is his butterfly now sits openly on his shoulder, no longer contained.
No longer traveling the seas.
Yeah, no longer on its own epic. Icarus is a theurge, which is like a kind of hybrid between a wizard and a cleric, but cooler than both. And he specializes in time magic, being a former graduate of the College of the Weave.
Which is a segue into my question for Icarus. The robes, by default, maintain insignia of the College of the Weave status. You would have to choose to remove it or hide it if you wish. Do you display it, or is it now hidden?
Absolutely displayed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's it.
Silas, back on that dusty trail.
We're back on the dusty trail. Silas is a slayer, which means contract work is my way of life. And currently, I'm between jobs.
That gig economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which, as we were leaving Port Haven, I would have called forth a raven to send word back to the guild saying, hey, there's a lot of doppelgangers kind of hanging around. One of them looks like me, so don't send me any more work right now. I am trying to sort this out, and I don't want it to get intercepted or mixed up. So you should also be on the alert for something that looks like me and isn't.
Noted.
And normally, very patchwork armor, battle-worn. None of that's on right now, much like Jabanu. In fact, for the last 3 days, I have been raiding Ramshackle for the good wine, and I've been day drinking.
Silas.
Kind of studying myself is the spirit that I am bonded with. I'm wearing just kind of comfortable shirt that's mostly tightened up at the top. I've got the ring on that I was given by House Stormwave, and I'm just wearing one gem on a necklace. And just kind of figuring anything I can do to not be walking, not be doing any sort of labor, and kind of sequestering.
Silas is on vacation.
Yeah, I'm bumming.
Now, over these couple of days, right, about 3 days that you've been acclimating, you've met a number of people. Castori would come and check in. He's regularly around the core of the caravan. You wouldn't have a ton of interaction with Raya quite yet. Being the main caravan leader has a lot of responsibilities. Serving as Castori's right-hand person means that Castori is free to really be that figurehead and connect with people on emotional levels and understand like the inner workings of what this family is. Whereas Raya, their responsibility now is to ensure that deals are made, all the appropriate certifications and trade passes are taken care of, the logistics. They are now the mind of this operation. Now, as the end of your third day comes to a close, it's not uncommon for there to be large gatherings of folks. Again, oftentimes the wagons of the caravan circle up in the evening in a protective fashion. I think it's a little bit different. There seems to be something akin to a makeshift ramshackle stage that's been put up. And there has been a rope that's been drawn and put on post. The rope itself seems to spread about 20 to 30 feet wide. And rather than it being a stage, it looks actually, maybe some of you would have seen something akin to this, but unlikely, maybe for like crossbow training, maybe back home, definitely with the Slayers. Looks like a shooting gallery of sorts. It looks like they've arranged some type of apparatus that they can dangle ropes from at different intervals. And they appear to have bottles and broken plates and various things dangling from these ropes at different distances. And you can see that there are a number of individuals that all seem to be plying their trade. And then near the ropes and thrown down into the ground, there's a series of knives lining this. Just dozens and dozens and dozens of knives. And you watch as individuals are coming up and they are picking one up, trying to throw it. A couple of individuals are successful in smashing a bottle, breaking the plates, etc. They're quickly fixed, repaired. Sometimes you would see actually fixed and mended. Not all the time. It depends on how heavy the break was. And you see that this evening is kind of coming to a close. And not for the first time, but for the relatively first like one-on-one fun interaction, you would see Raya. Raya, again, is a foxfolk. White fur, remarkably large bushy tail, is wearing a close-knit green jerkin. And you would watch as Raya steps up to the line, and a couple of other individuals from the caravan all step up here as well, and Raya would pick up 1, 2, 3 of the knives and would stand there, left side out, would look over once, and then you would hear someone yell, "Go," and quickly, one at a time, and there would be 3 successions of breaking. You would very rarely see any other individual actually hit, and Raya wasn't looking while she was doing this. You would hear Raya call out for the next challengers to come up. Would anyone like to participate?
You guys got this.
I think I'll be wandering by and be like,
Wondering, what's going on here?
yeah. Oh, knives.
Get a load of this guy.
Let's see. I bet I can do that.
I'm gonna walk up when I see Giovanni about to make a fucking fool of himself.
Giovanni
Very
walks
excited.
up. Silas walks up. You see
Watching
that it looks like
closely.
Raya has crossed the line, and whenever they cross the line, a couple of individuals come in front of the rope and form a little bit of a human barrier, human wall, just to make sure there's no confusion, like no accidental throws. Raya is collecting all the knives and bringing them back. You've stood up by the line. You've stood up by the line.
I'm standing behind Giovanni.
Behind
yeah.
Giovanni. Would anybody else from the core caravan?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yes, you guys go.
Let's get in on
I
this.
think we're all doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, Riz,
Wait, you
what's
guys
up?
are throwing?
Why not?
Is there any rules that we have to throw? We just have to destroy bottles, right?
Raya's not back to tell you the rules.
I'm gonna pat a curse on the shoulder. All right.
No, you better not fireball these.
I would never.
You say shit under your breath.
Force ball.
Raya makes her way back, and you watch as she has the knives. Again, as she's a little bit closer, you can see that she wears most of them. She's put them back into various bandoliers here. There also appears to be a belt that she wraps them around. She had more knives on her beforehand. She's picking up the cheapo knives that didn't get thrown into the dirt. And she crosses her arm across and begins to tap her foot on the ground as she looks at this new batch of competition. And you watch as her tail just begins to swish back and forth.
She's so cool.
She looks to you first, Slayer, and she says, "Did you specialize in thrown weapons?"
No, I was still trying to figure out if you were half porcupine.
Watches the tail kind of comes to get a little bit bristly for a second, and then it smooths back out.
Because the knives.
You watch as she takes one knife, she passes it to you.
So just break a bottle?
She looks at you, and instead of answering, she looks over. How old are you, boy?
Boy.
You mean to tell me you're a man?
I'm very interested in your answer.
If you hesitated, you already lost.
Icarus just looks dumbfounded.
I like you.
25.
It's too young.
For what?
She passes you a knife. Where is home for you?
Oh, Frosson.
So far from home. Why is that?
I wonder that sometimes myself, but saving the world.
She passes you a knife.
Thank you.
Are you really 25? Yes.
How old are you?
Okay.
Oh, somewhere between 400 and 500.
That'll do. And she steps closer to you, and her tail wraps around.
Oh. Hello. You gonna buy an elf a drink first?
She puts an arm back behind you, and she says, "Let me help you with your form."
Okay. I think.
And she is remarkably close to you right now.
Violently. I mean, yeah, forms. Yeah, whatever form you.
I see. We're young. We don't need the old man treatment.
I see.
She's behind Jabano helping. She looks over to you and winks. And she's still behind so Jabano can't see. And she is pretty tightly kind of grabbing onto your forearm and then slowly working her way down to your wrist.
Uh-huh.
At what point does she start jerking?
Should we be watching?
I love it.
I think it's funny.
It's something.
Just look at Jabanu sweat.
He's not sweating. Elves don't sweat.
Everybody knows that. He cries.
So much color to his cheeks.
She says, "Have you ever done this before?"
I mean, it's been a while. Yeah.
In front of a crowd?
It's been a while since I threw knives airless.
That's what's happening. Right.
I mean,
There. It's all in the wrist. Let me show you. And she just begins to squeeze onto your wrist, and then she kind of puts your hand into a different direction. She says, "Here." And she works her way down your fingers, and she places the knife in there. The trick is to be firm, but delicate.
you've got a soft touch.
I think this is going to make it into book 3.
No spoilers.
The rules are simple. As she finally lets go of the melding that has gone on between her and Jabanu, the tail comes back over to the side,
Buckets of sweat.
appear from nowhere.
Do we each just throw at the same time, or what?
They're allowed 3 knives. The goal is to attempt to break the furthest of the bottles or the plates. The further the targets, the more points there are to be awarded.
How far away is that?
Looks out there. Looks like the furthest one is probably, because of the way that we've described it, is probably just on the edge of a 55, 60 foot range. Yeah. Which is remarkably impressive for someone attempting to throw a knife.
Sure. Yes.
What's the furthest again? Sorry.
About 60,
60?
65.
Jabanu, are you going first?
Yes, you're so experienced after all,
I
and
think
you're
that's actually
advanced age.
gentlemanly.
Quite ready.
She
Rising to the challenge.
brings her hand down below and says, "Now, of course, we're remarkably open-minded here in the Caravan. So you can choose to perform any way you see fit.
Cool.
Though, there is something, well, I shouldn't say it, but there's skill in the throwing of blades.
Yep, I don't have that skill.
But you're at the line.
Gotta learn sometime.
Sometime.
I throw a knife.
Whoa!
We'll roll it.
No, towards the bottles, not towards the people.
Kill Raya immediately.
Now we have to clean up
Surely
this
not.
body.
Again.
I feel like someone's calling.
Now, mechanically, there is nothing stopping you all from using something that is not a throwing knife. There are a series of other stipulations and rules that I will not tell you guys until after you make that choice. But this is my warning to you all.
Very well. Can I
So-
make an insight check on you?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
He is allowed to lie.
7.
Oh shoot! Right. Oh no.
I'm very confusing.
Damn, he's good.
All right. What I need to know. Are you going to throw a knife?
Yeah, for the first
There's
two, I'll
gonna
throw
be
a knife.
three
yeah.
rolls. You have
Yeah.
you've been given 3 knives. You got
Yeah.
3
Okay.
rolls.
Yeah.
So I want to know if, at least for the first one, throwing a knife.
Yeah.
Throwing
I
a knife.
threw it.
In a way, the knife will be moving.
Are you gonna carry it through the air?
In a way.
Yes.
You're throwing the knife at the 35,000 targets out there as they spread.
It'll be one of them.
Okay. All
The
right,
more I drink, the less I can miss.
everyone.
That's true.
For this one is a little bit different, right? You are forced into our ranged combat attack roll rules. So if you are proficient in some type of thrown weaponry, add your proficiency bonus. Otherwise, your dexterity modifier is what you're going to be working with. Now, if you're proficient in simpler martial, that also extends a little bit here as well, right? So be mindful of that. Attack rolls. We're aiming for this. The way that the D20 comes into play is I have DC thresholds for how well and how far they go. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm aiming for the one that's the furthest. If you get a 25, right? Most points. You get a 20, a 15, a 10, a 5. It's a point value based system here.
Okay.
Cool?
Wow.
All right.
And this one's just for future reference for those of us. It's a dexterity based system.
Uh-huh.
Wow, cool.
I mean, I wrote things for people, but I didn't know where you're going to go. Shit.
This is great for just
All right.
making a note for the future.
We all roll our first one.
Surprisingly, I do have proficiency with simple weapons, even though I've never used one. So,
You got
what
it.
do I add?
You can add your proficiency bonus. That's
Great.
fine. I think daggers account.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's martial, but it's okay. All right. What'd you get?
Using Goat Rider with Elven Accuracy, I got a natural 20 plus 6 for a total of 26.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'd like to throw it. I'd like to throw it without breaking eye contact with her.
This is
kind
about
of-
to get hot as fuck.
Just looking at her, and I just do one of these, like
Yeah.
It's been a
because he's
while.
actually very
different.
dexterous.
Wow. He's good with his hands.
Firmly grasp it. Can I spend Slayer die?
I feel like as we go around the table, everyone's gonna sell me on their page. So by the time I get to you, I'm definitely saying yes.
I'm just gonna add it in now then.
Oh, nice roll.
It's not a 1.
Hold on a second.
Me neither.
Just looks like it.
Hold on. Sorry.
Twins.
Well, for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow you out of the water.
Wait, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for a 26.
For a 26? Okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness. You get 6 points. Keep track of your points.
Okay.
You get 6 points. Okay.
Wait, can we RP how awesome I was? And when me looking at her.
We all close our eyes.
just her reaction.
Now,
kind of like-
mechanically, I had said she steps back behind you, but when she sees the pose that you're attempting to strike, she comes and stands directly facing you, and both of you simultaneously throw, looking into each other's eyes.
I was just like, well, if she's behind me, I'm just gonna turn around.
Early onset.
Behind my back. Just
This is how it
Beautiful.
begins.
yeah.
Awesome. She gets 6 points as well.
Nice.
Not 9.
Nope.
It's
Round 2.
10.
You get a 10.
Yeah.
You get 2 points.
Gotcha.
Actually, yeah, you do. You get 2 points. Keep track of your points.
Yep.
Icarus puts the dagger in the air, and he casts Time's Arrow on it, meaning he takes his hand down and it's still there. And he goes, "Go on then," and it flings 120 feet, or it can at least. But
You hear somebody 110 feet away go, "Fuck!"
Come back.
Front guard. It's Randall.
But I didn't roll as much high as I wanted to. So realizing I'm not going to get it as far as I want, I'm going to use my reaction to re-roll it. And then I'm going to give disadvantage to Silas. Actually, no, you're right, because Jabanu, I just saw he just did a really good one.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Silas hasn't gone yet, so I'll give it to Jabanu for the next round.
Okay, for next round. All right. Well, yeah, I still need a total roll for your.
That'll be, instead of a 14, it'll now be a 16.
With a 16, you get 4 points.
Okay.
Keep track of your points.
Oh, I didn't know we were using magic.
I wasn't.
Silas.
I
Drawing
said
upon my
lying.
years of training as a slayer, I am just a little. I've been drinking. Icarus almost cursed me, but I have more So I saw how Jabanu threw, and I was like, I could do that, and I do with a 26.
Oh,
With disadvantage? Oh, you didn't have a disadvantage. A 26? Holy shit! All right, you also get 6 points, and you stumble only a little bit.
We have the drunken master over here.
The game's afoot.
Don't tempt me to multi-class.
As we go on to round 2.
Jabanu does on this one.
As we go on to round 2, Raya, still locking eyes with you directly, would say, "I didn't expect you to find the spot on your first attempt."
Just wait. Just wait. I'm burning all my spell slots for this.
You know how long and short
I've got a lot of experience.
I don't care.
Throw another one. That's a total of 17.
At disadvantage.
I'm using I'm feeling nasty, so I'm using my Goat Rider thing again to cancel out the disadvantage.
Very nice.
He's really nasty on so many levels.
I was like,
I've been a nasty girl.
All right, what'd you get?
I got a 17 total.
17, you get 4 points.
Cool.
She only gets 5 points this time. All right. What are you doing?
I am going to think really hard and grab a knife in my hand and float up 30 feet for a better vantage point.
You hear people being like in the audience watching. That was unexpected.
And
Damn.
throw the knife.
The parabola is better. It goes farther.
Sure. One fewer for a 9.
You get 1 point.
Come on,
Excuse me. You get 2 points still. 2 points still.
Okay.
My threshold here. Okay.
And I will land before the end of my turn, so I
Throw.
don't crash.
Comes back down. What'd you get?
I'm gonna use instant replay this time. This is the perfect scenario for all my time spells that I've never been able to use. So I'm using instant replay, and I'm actually gonna try and throw a knife this time.
Whoa.
Believe it or not, this was entirely written as Jabanu smut and not for your use of your time spell.
I'm
but you're
trying to
so
ruin
right.
the smut.
Yeah.
You know, do it.
Opposite of
All right. Yes, I Icarus uses his watch again and just kind of to the side, just. Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretend like I didn't see it.
I guess yeah. Okay. I'll take that. That's a 19.
With a 19,
Wow.
Just for chucking a knife.
you get 4 points.
That's pretty good.
I'm doing the exact same thing.
Yes.
For a 24.
With a 24, 5 points.
How much of does Silas have a wine bottle with him while he's doing this?
Yes.
Yes, amazing. Great.
counterbalance.
glorious.
Which That's my round 3 plan.
Melee.
Throws it in the air. All right.
Just throwing the bottle.
So far, let's everyone add up your totals before we go into this final round. What do you have?
10.
4.
8.
11.
Ooh.
11. Holy shit. Let's do it. All right. What do you got going on this time?
All right. If she tries to hand me a third knife, I'm gonna put it away, and I'm gonna cast my Moonerang as a sort of glowing crescent moon appears, and I'm gonna try and like smash
Where
as
were
many
you
as
keeping that
possible.
thing?
And it's alright. Well,
Is that a boomerang or are you just?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I've got my places.
As you're throwing it, she's also just throwing her regular knife. She says, I have a place of my own.
Okay. So,
Not here for the minigame, man. Stop it.
Okay, so I got another 26.
Okay.
And can I get a roll for the return with the Moonerang as it comes on the way back? Because if the the way it's
You
written,
have to roll for it though.
yeah,
Make a second roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a second roll for the way back as well. Oh no, it doesn't. It's on the way back was only a 9.
The first one you get 6 points.
Yeah.
On the way back, you get 2 points.
A little bonus. Twing.
I drop the knife on the ground, and I stare out at the furthest target.
Let's get it.
And I cast. We'll see what it is.
Interesting. Let's go.
It's Eye of Oro for 15.
Okay. With a 15, you get 3 points.
All right.
There's a little bit of a wow. And you get a sense that the energy of the crowd that's gathered here is, I can't believe that they would, probably between the two of you, waste
Yeah.
something like that on a game like this.
Some of us,
I
there's no
can't.
consequences.
Make your roll.
So I'm going to look at the crowd. More, you say, and I'm going to cast Catapult. And, yeah.
I love catapult.
So, yeah. Again, dagger just shoots unnaturally out of my hand really fast. All right, I'm going to use my instant replay to redo that. Oh, that's my score die. Whoops. Okay. Whoops.
Too strong.
Oh. Okay, that'll be another 16.
16. 4 points.
Okay, not enough. That's okay though. Good showing.
Take us home.
Wait, so we can try to hit more than one?
Japan made it happen with his moon array.
It's that backstroke that's really important.
Okay.
Especially.
Yeah.
What do you got?
And I'm going to hold the dagger out. And I'm just going to pass it off as it floats next to me. All right, that seems fair. And I'm going to take the bottle. And I'm going to have my spirit usher throw a knife, and then I'm going to throw the bottle.
Okay, badass. Now, is your plan here to throw the bottle at another bottle and then to hit both bottles, or just to like throw a bottle up in the air and then hit the bottle?
It seemed like the point of it was go for far targets. So I'm hucking the bottle.
Okay.
If it hits another bottle, that'd be great.
Yes.
A bottle's gonna break over there.
All right, regardless. All right, I love
Rules
it.
will be observed.
So I'll do mine first with the die, which is gonna be a 23.
23
And then-
is 5 points.
The usher, it's just gonna be the flat roll of 12.
12 is 3 points.
Oh, 12 plus, does that get my proficiency into it for training, or just flat D20?
For the spirit, I don't think the spirit is proficient in
Sounds
it,
good.
so let's just say flat.
12.
12 is still 3 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, everyone, tally up your scores. What'd you get?
18.
18? What'd you get?
7.
12.
19.
Oh my god. Who
Raya.
was the real winner?
Yeah.
Jabanu. I think so. Raya only got, with her just throwing the 3 knives, she got a 16 as her final score. She got 3rd place in this competition. And there are a number of people who rush up to, because they've been keeping score, they've been keeping track of this. There's a number of people who rush over to you, Silas.
Can I, like, pivot with... Actually, hold on. I'm going to spin the last one. I'm going to Phantom Step with Chibano. And just shove him into the crowd of people that are coming on and say, they love you! They really love you.
The final throw has just gone out, and Raya is taking a hand and she's putting it up to your chest. And you find yourself in a throng of people as Raya has her hand up on your chest.
Oh! And I have like a surrendering pose.
Slayer has been slain.
And she would say,
Wasn't expecting that.
most individuals don't give up so quickly when facing me.
Okay.
And she would pull out a dagger from her actual provisions, her wares, not one of the ones that have been thrown here. She would spin it around and she would pass it over to you. I think you've earned this.
I make sure there's not like a note attached to it.
If there was, it wouldn't be for Silas.
I know. That's why I wasn't going to take it.
Mechanically speaking, moving forward, you have a +1 to all thrown weapon attacks, not damage.
Wow.
Cool.
That's good.
That's awesome.
And she would remove her hand from your chest and she would say, excuse me, I have business to attend to. She would look to the two of you, not necessarily how I would have chosen to perform, but impressive in your own right.
It takes all kinds.
She smiles, a very toothy, fox-like smile.
I really like your tail.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
That makes sense.
How old are you?
Too old for you, boy. Talk to me in a couple of decades.
Won't take me long.
She says, what?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Jabanu, you appear in a throng of people, and there's a confusion. Huh? Fuck it. Yes! They begin to celebrate you.
I'm also confused. This is fine.
You also have 2 extra AC.
One person goes and lifts you up. Fuck! And they can't, as they miss. As this night comes to a close, is there anything else you needed to do? Anything you wanted to? There's a couple of loose daggers on the ground. You could help them clean up. Anything quick, just basic like closing stuff.
Yes, Jabanu is busy. I'm going back to Ramshackle. I need booze.
Okay. I was gonna go shake Silas's hand, but I can't find him. Like, what? Where'd he go?
Getting passed around, moves away, gone out of here. You're getting passed around the crowd. What are you going for?
I'm raiding the good wine out of Ramshackle.
All right, amazing.
If there's still good wine left in Ramshackle after 3 days.
I think the stock is decent. Pip goes looking for
I
it.
had a decent stock.
Yeah.
To the one person I dare not. This is the one person I'm gonna be like, no, I can't. Like, no, have whatever you want.
But the night does come to a close. Thus, the end of your trial period with the Caravan, with the troubadours, with the Gallanteers that you all have become more aware of, more acclimated to, and learned a little bit about a couple of the NPCs that you will be traveling with, at least for the foreseeable future, maybe forever if you play your cards right.
How
Some of us learn more than others.
The last 7 nights in a row.
All right.
What's up with that?
And I think here is where we'll take our break tonight. As tomorrow, you all are going to be gathered back to the core of the Caravan for the final day of travel before you arrive to the foothills outside the edge of the great Viridian Forest. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Shifting Realms, everyone. We have acclimated, we have met some NPCs, we are familiar with some of the potential roles here in the Caravan. And with your trial period over, the next morning begins. The morning begins like every morning has begun in the Caravan thus far. In the core, the front guard, the rear guard, and if the scouting party is currently back, they all come back to the core center of the Caravan. Every morning, without fail, as they are setting up the communal breakfast lines in the areas for all of the members, of which, mind you, there was originally just shy of 100, lost a few members in the fight, left a few individuals in Port Haven to clear up, probably still a solid 60 to 75 individuals that are here present. In the center core Caravan, Castori Lilyfleet holds a town hall meeting every morning without fail. Important updates are shared and communicated. Everyone here has an opportunity to talk about some recent issues, some recent troubles. They talk about supplies. They talk about what needs to be changed, if they can delay or expedite certain legs of this upcoming journey. Sometimes they go long. Most of the time, they're done in about 30 or so minutes, but sometimes they can go as long as about 75 or 90 minutes because they will almost never say no to another question being brought in. On this morning, it goes a little bit longer than expected. At the start of the morning and roughly halfway through the town hall meeting, Toich and his auburn displacer beast, Blip, would arrive with a small retinue of rangers. And they would come and they would ask for an opportunity to speak and share with what they've learned on their most recent scouting missions. And they would share the following with Castori and, of course, with all of you gathered here. They would say that they had made it all the way past the foothills and up to the edge of the Great Viridian Wood, the Great Viridian Forest. And unfortunately, they would pause about how to say this. The forest is closed. They would say that there appeared to be a large number of guards from House Verdenia, rangers and druids alike, who have closed the exterior of the Great Viridian Wood and have put up a forward camp on the main road, the main thoroughfare, the only road large enough and able for you all to bring a large-sized, full-sized caravan all the way through. They said they had planned on being back yesterday, but they had went a little bit to the west to see if they headed further inland along the edge of the wood, if there were other paths and other opportunities that they could possibly use to circumvent. And they said they found none. In any area that was a large enough trail that maybe they could do their best, clear out some brush, and begin to move forward, there were other camps with rangers and druids there. The forest was closed, is what they say.
What's that house's name again?
Verdenia.
Verdenia.
House Verdenia.
Just closed?
And that you're hearing very similar conversations. How does somebody close a forest? Well, I don't know. I mean, they have druids. Maybe they could speak to the trees. I don't know. I just can't imagine a tree actually saying, like, we're just going to close. Like, isn't that like part of their business? You know, like people coming in and enjoying. I don't know. I don't speak tree. People would be having these conversations around you.
I speak tree.
There's a conversation happening right next to you, and somebody looks over. Well, that's really good. I mean, well, we got to get inside first. Maybe you can talk to him.
Oh boy, I don't like this continent.
It's pretty big. We're going further into the center of it.
In Frostholm, anybody can go in the woods.
Well, it's not normal here. This person just continues, and a couple of people next to him are like joining into the conversation. Like, there's this weird friendly camaraderie as people are like, oh, it's Ireland. They're new here. We've been introduced. Maybe I've seen them once, but let's help them understand. Here in Viridia, we don't typically have fees to go and view our national parks. This must be some new thing. So this isn't common. We don't want you to get the wrong idea.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be changing. I don't know. We'll hear. Hold on, Castori's about to say something. Anybody else have any questions or thoughts before Castori mulls this conversation over? Castori is just walking back and forth along there.
Do they have domain over the whole of the forest?
The house? Can I do a history check on that?
You may. You could have advantage as Alvin whispers sweet nothings into your ears.
Thanks, Alvin.
God, I love Alvin.
Natural 20. I'm not going to roll again. Yes, I will. Natural 20.
Twice? That's
No.
crazy.
Pretty much. House Verdenia doesn't have a swath of land that is just like their little plots, right? They don't have a major city. They are the guardians and the keeper of the Great Wood of Viridia. House Verdenia is connected to Viridia in its forest, spreading as far east as almost butting up against the Sable Marshlands, and as far west as we get to the edge of the continent, almost to the straits next to Frostholm.
Pretty much. If the houses decide to take sides, if they decide they're against whoever's traveling through the forest, storm wardens, for example, it's going to be very difficult for us. Even if Iolus can talk to every single tree.
What if we're trying to help them?
Well, we don't know that.
God. All right, then. We could go through. That's an option.
We could try.
Well, I mean, we could go through.
I'll talk to the druids. I've got a rapport with druids.
Nice. Did you get a sense that they were trying to keep people out or keep something in?
You speaking up towards Castori, who's still up on the
or
stage.
whoever, or Twitch.
Twitch. Twitch kind of came in and gave his like announcement, and you watch as Twitch and Blip. There's a group of rangers that appear to be on the outskirts. As soon as he passes the information, Castori makes the announcement. Twitch and Blip take off.
Wow.
They're out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, there was an intentionality to it. They were moving ahead again.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Why did they ask that question?
So you kind of ask it up in a very town hall style. And say your question again.
Did you get the sense that they were trying to keep people out or keep something in?
Castori stopped his pacing on the stage. Well, I mean, if they're closing a forest, I can't imagine they want us inside of it.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I feel like we could gear our approach. Like, oh, do you have a problem? Maybe we can help you. Like, or please let us through. Just like I'm just curious about how.
I have never seen or met a blockade or a closed door or an opportunity that a little bit of charm, a little bit of coin can't open up.
Mm-hmm. Put those hands together and you can get through a lot of doors.
I've made my decision, but I don't make decisions alone. Here's my recommendation, and as long as the majority of you are on board, here's how I recommend we proceed. This caravan moves through the Great Wood. Soon, in fact, we're quite close. We cannot waste any time. If we were to circumvent, we would add months, and we'd miss all of our appointments.
We don't have that kind of time.
There's several people like, I know it's so much.
So much.
Here's what I say we do.
Chew.
We head to the blockade. We talk to them. We schmooze. We help them understand that we mean them no harm. And if they give us any type of trouble, well, we'll cross that bridge when we need to. But how can they say no to us? And there's like a little bit of like light chuckling, and then you hear a little bit of music stir up in this group, this band of troubadours that are here. But again, I don't make decisions alone. If you agree with this course of action, please move over to this side.
It's like those videos.
If you disagree with this course of action, proceed over to this side of the stage. And you watch as there's like this natural voting process as individuals like are like milling about, like eating their morning porridge or whatever they got going. Like, oh yeah, okay, oh, fuck, it's the wrong way. Okay, over to this side, right? Group here.
With me, and I go to the agree side. I need you to find dirt on Verdinia. It shouldn't be hard. They practically live in it, yeah. So just in our back pocket, a little blackmail can never hurt.
My lord, if you would like me to do some research with the books that I had brought from the library at Carnouts, I'd be more than happy to do so.
Very good. Report back to me as soon as you find anything juicy.
Very well. Alvin flips his cape that he's started to wear and moves away.
So good luck.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Anyone going to agree or disagree?
I move to the disagree side.
We got a contrarian moves over to the disagree.
I'll go
I do
to the
flip
agree
the coin
side.
character.
Icarus,
Yes.
how aligned are Verdinia and Liren?
Would my natural 20 help me with
Your natural
knowledge?
20 would help you so much.
Yes.
House Liren is the right hand of House Pendulum.
Sure.
They hold the most power. They understand Magitech and the inner workings. They are so powerful in the new city of Archaeith here in Viridia, in the realm of Eldoray. They are lords. They are immensely powerful in Archaeith.
Not out here.
In the wood, nobody owns or understands or controls this space like House Verdinia. They play nice, they get along, and there is a quiet respect for the different areas that they oversee. You would not see a wise House Liren noble attempt to command or throw their weights while they're on House Verdinia's turf.
The vibe I get is they're kind of that classic detached nature force that wants to protect their own domain above
They
all
answer
else.
to a very different calling, yet they adhere to the structure that the high houses provide and the power and the voice that it gives them at high council meetings.
They're not especially aligned with Liren. They simply fall in line when they need to, but their primary concern is themselves. So if we can find out what motivates them, I think we'll have no problem getting our blockade through.
Great.
Getting through the blockade.
Okay.
So why did you all say no? And I'm just pointing at random people over here.
There's a couple people just like eating their porridge. I don't know. To be honest, we always rush these things. Like, we just like, we're always go, 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 go. I heard him say it would add a couple months. That sounds pretty nice to me.
Yeah,
Shoot
yeah.
that
You
guy.
think we should just take a couple more months, let more of these towns get overrun, and That's fine.
No, I think sometimes.
Well, that's what you're saying, though.
He's got a finger. He's got a spoon. So Lepsy like puts a spoon kind of in your face. A little bit of porridge drips off. No, listen. We rush in so headstrong all the time. We watch this person as they're like slowly goes to get down their bite of their porridge while they're just thinking hard those morning thoughts that come. It's always a fight. It's always such a battle.
You're right. I do. Sit down. Have some porridge.
And he continues to like do it's pontificating at its greatest. He never gets to an actual point.
It is. It's always a struggle.
God, it's so hard.
Every time.
And it's just different iterations
they don't
of it being
listen.
tough. Yeah. So you all end up saying the same things over and over again with just slightly different words. Man, what's your name? You get it.
Silas.
I think you and I can make some big change in this caravan.
You said your name was Randall?
No. I'm not. I'm Randall's friend, though. Ryan. Yeah. I was his number one supporter. He did some amazing work in the front guard.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll check that out.
I'm just saying. You and I, we're gonna get along swimmingly. Here, let me top you off. And then just pours the remainder of their porridge into your bowl.
Porridge guy.
Take the spoon.
Anybody else?
I'm going to the agree side.
Agree?
Agree.
Agree?
Yeah.
Agree. All right.
Oh, that one.
Everyone
Very good.
Oh,
Stage tilts.
we could just do that. Card half.
What do you say so? Hold on.
We got
This is the
porridge.
type of vote that I wasn't included in.
That's fine.
I go, yes. Well, I have porridge.
Oh, porridge.
He comes over to the table. What's your name? And he starts talking to Ryan.
Here we
The
go.
most impressionable NPC has met Ryan.
Oh, no.
Tulu? To our side.
Yes.
You all already have the majority. Shit.
Yeah, but we need a landslide.
A majority of you all have decided that this is the best course of action, which means that the majority of the NPCs have decided this is the best course of action. And Gastori says, "All right then, well it's decided. We make preparations. Today we travel. We enter into the foothills. We arrive at the edge, the southernmost entrance to the Great Viridian Forest. Be ready for conversation. Be ready to charm the pants off of these individuals. Tune up the instruments. Make sure we have a good show to put on for them. How can you say no to individuals so talented as us? And be ready for a fight when they disagree. Very well!" And he starts heading down off the stage.
Can I kind of get his ear for a second?
He begins to head down the stage, and you could certainly grab him if you'd like.
Every
time.
You know, honestly, Castor, I think Plan B should probably be. I mean, Silas and I, we could do pass without trace. If they say no, we shrug, turn around a day's journey, pass without trace, go in a different way.
Interesting. And he leans in, and he says, "Why do you think I've sent Twitch?"
To test their
Defenses. Yes.
See if that works.
And if it doesn't, we'll know.
Castor, you're always a step ahead. You genius.
Well, you said it. Say it more.
Well, while that's happening, is that white fur on the back of Jabanu's coat?
Nim.
What?
Nim, I have something really important to say to you. Nim, you need to stay away from her.
I need a really detailed description, Jabanu.
Nim, let me have this, okay?
Under this jacket, it looks like I've been mauled by a raccoon.
All right. I hear what you're saying. And I'll think about it.
Anybody else need any questions answered or asked of any specific NPCs or individuals at this morning meeting?
Of our group, I will ask to wear the commoner's veneer, whomever has it. To conceal my
I
identity?
think we gave it to you already.
I think
Great,
sure.
great.
Yeah.
I'll wear the
You can
compass
ask yourself for
veneer.
permission.
Tulu takes it out of your pocket.
Where is it?
Tulu hands it to you.
Wonderful.
Oh, Nim, I had a question.
Yes, for sure.
You carry
Is there
lots
somebody
of...
else that you don't want me to like? But yeah, okay, make moves.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh?
What? Yes. Your question, Silas. Are you all right?
I've honestly haven't felt this good in a while.
Good. Glad to hear it. Yes.
You've met Ryan?
No, you look like Randall. Do you guys have the same sort of?
We come from the same hometown, yeah.
Oh,
We're
wow.
we're friends.
Wow. Oh, that's great. He did great the other night with the.
Would you consider this one a change maker too?
Hmm? She's
It definitely
loaded,
changes
yeah.
things.
She's got...
Yeah, drastically.
I'm thinking about making some changes to the caravan. I'm looking for some like-minded individuals. Randall's not interested in this.
Wait,
Silas is on board.
Wow, Silas, you are?
We shared porridge.
Wow.
I just want to say I'm
What does
also
that mean?
standing there looking at this guy. What?
Which master?
Oh, Ajax, I didn't see you there.
No, come on. It seems like we can all speak freely here. What are your ideas? Ajax is a very important member of this caravan. He should know. Or they should know.
I trust Ajax.
Randall, you
watch his
Ryan, you seem like you're sweating.
He is sweating so hard. He's I just realized that I'm out of porridge.
Let me top you off. And I
This is a real back and forth situation.
Wow. Spoon.
Yeah, well, Ajax, you know, we almost always travel clockwise around Viridia. We should stop.
Ryan's tired of fighting.
That's the whole point of this group.
You
Well-
watch as someone is like, don't say this in front of my boss.
Not really, right?
I don't think this insurrection's getting off the ground.
I know, first time.
And
Ajax, I'm so sorry.
I
Don't say anything
think
against
that it's been rough, and people deserve a little bit of a break.
That is strange coming from you.
How so?
Because you seem the most put together from this group. And you are falling apart.
Ryan, where are you going?
I know I
You will finish your breakfast.
He used to cry into his fucking porch.
like a liability to the rest of us.
I don't want to be you anymore.
I'll stick a hand out to, what is his name, Ryan? Brian?
Ryan.
Brian.
We worked together for years.
Lore Ryan.
At least I know my friends.
As he starts to get up and put a hand out like this. And like motion to sit back down.
I've done everything asked of me, Ajax. Where's this coming from?
You're drunk.
Not now.
You've been drunk this whole time.
Well,
And now you're sitting here talking to someone about doing things differently.
honestly,
Don't
I
you-
didn't know about that.
Talked about it. No, we didn't.
I mean, we talked about how it can be stressful to constantly be fighting. Yeah, I didn't realize you were. Castori's a nice guy. Sometimes.
Looks over to you, Ajax. You know who I lost? And the 5% that was lost was essentially the makeup of Ryan's crew
Oh, this just got so sad.
from Port Haven. I'm sorry. It's just Port Haven was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, Ajax. And I signed up for the good fight. I just thought it was going to hit a little bit further from home first.
I'll place a hand on his shoulder. My friend, if you have issues, you can speak to Castori. You don't have to hide here. We're a family.
I think I've had enough porridge. And he pushes it forward. And you can see as he looks to try to find out where Castori is running off to.
A point in the direction Castori went to.
He spins around, heads that way.
Hey, Jax, I don't mean to give you the wrong idea. Just some people just need to be heard.
Hurt?
This is what I'm talking about. Straight to violence all the time.
That's what I thought he said.
I think heard.
Heard. Oh, yes, that makes much more sense contextually.
Just put them in cages.
But if you need something, I can help out.
As much as it would be nice to take a break, we have work to do. Everybody that's signed on needs to work towards it.
I'm not gonna be able to charm the pants off of anybody. That's more of... And I'll just gesture at Giovanni.
Jamal's been doing that.
Yeah.
Ow!
Or I think it was the other way around, actually.
He had less to do.
Quick switch the eyebrow mask. Like Jabanu.
You just pushed it so fast.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything, Ajax, I swear.
It was more of a who.
You shush. Nothing happened.
What did the fox say?
I think we all heard it.
I think Javon is he's like tomato red right now. It wasn't anything.
Did you tell Ajax I was drinking?
Oh, you can smell it.
I can't.
Yes, Silas, we're talking about right now.
Your awkward breakfast comes to a close. And mechanically speaking, above board, you all have a day. You have a day until you arrive, and you're going to have one night to camp. And tomorrow morning, you're going to be at the edge of the Great Viridian Wood, the Great Viridian Forest. You're going to have an opportunity to essentially decide if this is going to be a conversation, if this is going to be an all-out brawl, if this is going to be some type of, sneaking adventure. We're going to figure out how this all plays out once we get there. But what I need to know, and what I want to take down today, we're going to get to daytime and nighttime roleplay for you all, but by the end of today and moving through starting tomorrow, you all have to decide where you're going to be spending your time on the next leg of this journey. Front guard, rear guard, core caravan, or specifically to help out with the scouting. And even though I've sent the scouts out, by the time you all meet up again, you can choose to still connect with the scouts. So let's talk about this for a second.
Ooh, fun.
Pros and cons to each of them. I'm happy to answer any specific questions that you might have.
When we get to the border, and Castori goes out, is he going to be mostly traveling in core, or is that who is the parlay typically?
Yeah, that's what
the caravan is going to arrive as a full group.
Okay.
Castori is going to be the lead public speaker for all official matters. So Castori, with maybe a little bit of support from Raya, for getting there. The core caravan, Castori always stays there and always speaks for the caravan. The front guard is for fighting, the rear guard is for fighting. The scout groups, they should never be seen, even though they're the ones who are going first.
So Core would be the most involved with the negotiations at the house.
For this, don't worry so much about how the interaction at the forest. I'm talking about you're all going to be arriving as one group to the forest. The entire caravan shows up. Assuming it goes well or it goes poorly, moving forward, I need to know if you're going to be on the assaults, you're going to be core, or you want to be scouters. This is assuming that you show up, have a conversation, and however that ends, it ends. Moving forward, what are you all going to be doing?
I think I need to know if Karnath is willing to be a surrogate parent. Otherwise, I'm going to be, I feel stuck in core.
Karnath would definitely be agreeable to that.
Cool.
Interestingly enough, while it doesn't have the same connection that you do, it seems to have taken an appropriate liking to Karnath. There's a calm, there's an ease whenever it's with Karnath. So it would gladly help if you asked,
Great.
Okay. Anybody else?
And what's the difference between front and rear guard?
Great question. It depends. The way that I have this built, at least in my head, if I were to be an opponent and choosing to attack a large caravan that needs a front guard and a rear guard, I send different units to go and do certain things. I send loud, explosive, boisterous fighters to the front guard, and I send lighter, quicker enemies to the rear guard so I can sneak in appropriately, right? Because if everyone's attention is up at the front, like it's how an enemy plans their attack. And if we have creatures, that might not matter, right? If you're going to be fighting a random encounter with beasts or monstrosities, they might not plan that far ahead. If you're running across some type of local bandit captain, they know exactly how to plan an assault like this, and they're going to make sure they poke your weaknesses appropriately.
So we should probably split up if we're going to be actively defending, I imagine.
Now, NPCs will fight no matter what, right? So there's always going to be an appropriate leader at the front and an appropriate leader at the back. This is really just if you think it's a value of note of import.
I'm super interested in learning more about the forest. Like, I feel like there's a mystery there, so I think there might be some fun in going as a party with the scouts, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we do have a lot of stealth capabilities. So.
Could do that. I think my skill set would be most beneficial for the rear guard. I've got pretty high perceptions. The stealth capabilities work both ways.
That's true.
I'm needed in core.
I've also been chastised for hanging out in core and just relaxing. So I guess I should spend a day or so. I'll do a rotation in the guard.
Do we all want to split up, or do we want to stick to? Because I was gonna,
At least we should pair up. Because while everyone here seems very capable, and it's not that I don't trust them, it's just I think we all know we're the most capable out of everyone here.
Agreed. Ajax, why don't you come with me?
I'm going to the front.
Then I'll join you.
Wow.
Okay, what I've heard so far, I'm gonna start taking down these as orders. Okay,
yeah.
So front.
Nim, I would be happy to join you in the scouting party.
I want to be there just in case.
Yes, let's go.
Castoria needs assistance.
My architect
Okay,
skills
okay.
are
Yes,
good for the scout party.
Okay, I have Ajax and Silas
Yes.
specifically in the front. I've heard the scouting party being brought up next. Who are my two individuals for the scout?
I think there's going to be
Trace.
three of us.
Yeah.
If you only want two, I can do rear.
No, I think no.
It's
I
fine.
think we should do it. Jabanu sounds like, it's going to be tough going, and you might have your hands full. But
Did Enoch declare he's doing front guard for this part too? Or?
So Enoch had said that he wanted to be in the front guard. What I am going to do, just for Joe and for like your all's benefit, is if we already have people at the front and it looks like nobody's going to be going to the rear, I'm going to put Enoch in the rear and just be like, I'd rather send two people to the front and one Enoch to the rear.
Because he's got the steel defender too.
Yeah, exactly.
He had said that he was interested in going to the rear anyway.
It was rear. I could have swore he said
Yeah.
front. Okay, sorry.
He said both.
Oh,
He
okay,
said if
okay.
no one's protecting the rear, that he'll go there.
I think Giovanni's gonna be like, wait, Iris, you're going into the woods?
Yes, of course.
I think he's gonna look at like his charge, the person that he's divinely sworn to protect, and then he's gonna.
I won't
look back at.
a little
and
rat.
he's
I
gonna
won't
look
tell
back.
your god.
He's gonna look back at that tin.
do you want me to stay in the core and keep an eye on things for you?
No, I'll go scouting with you guys. Fine, I'll go scouting.
So now Jabanu is also going scouting. Ajax, Silas, front. Irelis, Nim, Icarus, Jabanu going scouting.
If Enoch needs help in the rear guard, though, I feel like I don't really have a strong preference for any position. I can just help wherever I'm needed. So that would be up for you all to decide. I really don't mind.
You all can narratively have it however you want, but mechanically speaking, I'd rather not place one of you with a player that's not here today.
Well, I was going to bring Alvin.
Alvin is there. Yeah, we can send Alvin there if you want.
I just don't want to take him away from his studies, though.
So true.
Icarus, I think you should come with us.
I think so too. Like, we can have like a fun day out. It'll be great. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you seem like the hiking type.
Okay. Good morning to you too, Giovanni. I'm glad you slept well.
Did you guys hear this strange noise last night?
I couldn't. I don't know if I did the word I describe howl. Maybe.
Howling, maybe.
Howl. Howl's a good word.
That was
Yeah.
me.
It sounded like he was in pain, but I felt no desire to help him.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh,
I think there was a wheeze, maybe.
And the group, with an appropriate jostling and chastising of Jabadu, you all split up, sending Ajax and Silas to the front.
Ajax, try that tuning I told you about. It's really great. You might like it. Okay, bye.
We're gonna start actually with the scouting group, and then we're gonna end with Ajax and Silas because I think it's gonna be a good segue to what comes up next.
Hiking boots.
Yeah,
Like a little bit taller.
They have this. This says Merrill on them for some
Oh,
strange
name brand. All right, Cloak.
Okay, Cloak, I see you.
Now, you all, again, so far, you've been introduced to like all the other NPCs and you've like seen what they do, but also Toich and Blip and the rest of the group, they've already like taken off. And so for the scouting group, what your mission would essentially be for this day is Castori would bring you all in and would tell you that he has specifically sent Toich further up ahead to take a look at the western side of the forest entrance, right? So if you're coming up the road, there's the main area where there would be some type of the camp that they've talked about. He's sending them further inland. He's going to meet back by tomorrow morning. If you all do head up, wishes that this scouting group focuses on the eastern section that goes closer towards specifically the coast of the sun-soaked shores, but staying within the foothills. Because you're going to be expected to be traveling a little bit quicker than the rest of the caravan, it makes sense for you all specifically to camp that night on your own in the foothills, and then to wake up, break early, and then to specifically meet up with the rest of the forward camp. If you happen to see anything of note, that's awesome, that's important, but they don't... How do I say this in a way that's not remarkably disrespectful? They feel like Toich and the rest of the group have already submitted their really good report. And this is a really good opportunity for you all to get like a practice lay of the land with pretty low effort. You get the feeling that they wouldn't be allowing you to all go on your own if there had been problems that had been found on the previous scouting report.
Oh, we'll show that.
You are so right, and I'm so ready to be ruined here.
I'm just like...
As you all
protect us.
are spending the day scouting, you all would be provided with the additional horses as necessary if you wanted them to move quicker. If you want to essentially just move quicker on foot to be quieter, that is an option for you all as well. They would tell you, and this is an important thing for this caravan and for what happens in the future, that the horses were brought over from Aloria. So they're a little bit, to be honest, they're a little bit smaller than your common draft horse. And they would tell you that that has no bearing on how much they can carry or their speed, but that they are remarkably attuned to the caravan itself. The reason that they're allowing you to take the horses, even though it's a scouting mission, is if you get into some type of hairy situation, all you have to do is say, go home. And they will do everything in their power to go back to the caravan, find it. It's not always going to be perfect. Sometimes things happen. But you can essentially dismiss your horse, and just like in Skyrim, it's roughly in the same place that you needed it. And you can climb mountains with it as well.
Yes.
Very smart.
No, you can't do that. So are you taking the horses, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Not me.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go.
I got my goat. I got my
ATG.
girl.
You're going to leave Ramshackle, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Best scouting mission ever. Just before we go, Iris, do you have like a piece of apple or a sugar cube or something? Animals are unsettled by me.
I do not have any sugar cubes, but I do have a rye cracker.
Oh my goodness, I eat half of it.
So you can eat
These are
food?
really incredible. Yes, of course you've seen me eat food. It just doesn't, I mean, it's mostly for the...
Pleasure.
Yes, the vermicelitude and the pleasure. Yes, I'm going to extend the rye cracker to my future mount.
Yeah, make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Tight. But I got a cracker.
You got this, guidance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That works on parrots, I hear.
Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Animal handling. Animals love me. Oh no. Oh no.
I think
And
you
how
get a
much is
guidance.
guidance?
D4.
D4. Good. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
What'd you get?
7.
With your 7. You all watch as Nam is just like very kindly putting, and you can see that anyone who knows animals, who's been around horses before, you can tell whenever when a horse or an animal is startled and spooked, and they believe that they have an opportunity to still run or escape, they might rear up, buck, try to get out of there. You're looking at an animal that's past that stage and is waiting to be slaughtered.
I will use the Hex Elder Tongue and speak with beasts.
This is going so well.
Nim, I'm impressed.
What is your name?
Oh God! Why are you doing this? Please! I have a wife and kids!
What is this is my friend Nim, and she is very nice.
She's going to eat me!
She will not eat you.
She said, nom nom, I think. That's not in my horse language.
Wait, Nim, let me help.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
And,
We were building
let's
like a
do it
rapport, but I
together.
trust
Let's
you.
do it together.
Okay, yes,
We'll
absolutely.
hand the cracker together.
If you're gonna make me, I'll eat it.
It's rye. You like grains?
You can make an animal handling check or a persuasion check.
Amazing.
If you cover a horse's eyes, does it like not know what's happening anymore?
But blinders on?
Yeah, like if we just remove Nim from eyesight, will it be okay?
I think they can smell.
There's an aroma there too.
Oh yeah.
28 for persuasion.
Yes.
Okay, for persuasion. You all watch as the horse, for some strange reason, shuts its eyes very tight.
You won't see her once she's riding your back. It will be okay.
So trusting.
And there is just a slow, as it takes the cracker out of your hands and leaves its eyes closed.
Great. You can get onto the horse.
This is incredible. It's never actually worked. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get onto the horse.
How do you get on the horse like this?
Yeah, exactly. There's a Skinner. Yeah, I think there's like an uncanny like leap leg action.
Very well done.
Collective.
I'm gonna whisper, "Good job, Atlas."
Thank you.
I don't know to what degree there can be like large form droplets of sweat coming off the front of this horse's brow, but 100%. This is exactly what is happening.
Yep.
You're on your horse.
I'm sure this won't have any in-game consequences for me.
Everyone else gets on their horse.
Yep.
I get on my goat.
Of course.
Onto the horse.
And you all head off. And again, we're coming towards the trail end of these like final prep days before we actually split off. But this group, the scouts, any conversation, any specific talking points? What are you all doing as you're heading out there? What's the vibe? What's the energy? Any scenes as you all make it to the foothills?
Well, as we approach the forest, I do want to cast Pass Without Trace.
Now you won't be going into the forest.
Oh,
You're going to be
right.
staying in the exterior tree line, and you're going to be in the foothills that are kind of coming off of the little twin.
Got it.
And you are tomorrow to meet up with the main group prior to going into the forest, or at least having that conversation.
Okay, so I still want to cast it. Though,
Yeah, of
just
course.
to sneak around the hills.
Yeah.
You know, everyone stay within 30 feet of me, please.
Very good. I just wanted to bring up the fact that if you remember, I got that letter about needing to basically keep the houses from starting a war with each other. And while it's a little late for that, we can do damage mitigation. I would really, really prefer we do not get one of the strongest houses on our bad side immediately after leaving the city. So if we can really focus on finding some solution, even a compromise with them, that would be probably the best course of action.
I feel like you're making like a lot of eye contact, Icarus, and like I feel like we didn't stop. You're right. We'll be good. I promise.
I know Castori said to fight. I don't think we should do that, even if it comes to it. That seems like we've already kind of have a reputation of killing a House Lyran member. We don't need to add fuel to the flame.
But if we don't leave any survivors, Icarus, then oh yes, I see. I apologize.
So no, it's
Your horse sweating.
It is really damp.
it's bad luck to have beef with druids, and not just because they're usually vegetarian. They're
Right.
Very clean. Yeah.
yeah,
That
this
was
is-
funny.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Iris.
The title of this episode is going to be "My Horse is Damp."
I would pull up to Jabanu.
Yeah.
At some point when other people are distracted. Can I have a copy of your second book? I haven't read it yet.
Wait, does that mean you've read the first?
Yes.
Why haven't you said anything?
Well, I didn't know who you were.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
okay.
nom de plume and all of that. You know, the secrecy.
Perfectly logical. Yes, of course you can have a copy. I think he's going to be blushing a little bit.
Do you have one with you right now? Because I would really like to read it tonight.
Well, it's not like I carry... Yeah, I do. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. So, what'd you think of the first one?
Oh, it's really great. I really liked the traveling, and the main lady was so pretty.
True. I guess it was pretty vividly described.
Yes. Her hair, especially.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time on.
When we get back to the rest of the group, I think that you and I should have spend some time with the baby.
Oh, with the little rock. Mm-hmm. Have you picked the name yet? I know you've been kind of going back and forth.
I haven't yet. No. Mm-hmm. I think I need to learn how to listen to it first, so that I can figure out what it wants its name to be.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'll keep calling it chicken until then.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of a chicken.
Pretty soon it will be. Oof. It's gonna eat a lot of food.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's for a bit I thought it liked wine, but then I figured out it wasn't.
Oh no, it's a baby.
It was Pip.
Ratatouille, but just for alcohol. There's whiskey.
Been around bad influences the past few days.
Thanks, Silas. That's nice. I know. Yeah, I've been a bit. I'm looking forward to spending time with the little thing.
Me too. All right.
I never know how to end conversations.
The horse just moves away. Anything else for your day conversations?
Icarus, I was wondering, I'm just concerned because that woman that Kennedy was chasing just seems like such bad news, And he's alone in the world all by himself. He doesn't even have his banjo. Like, what is going? Like,
Wait, where's my banjo?
oh, is it in your portrait? Yes. I shattered his banjo.
Banjo destroyed.
Don't take this from him.
I'm sorry.
How could you do this?
I apologize. So I'm just concerned. Do you think he's okay?
I mean, you'd know better than me.
I checked the blood vial. Yeah, he's a little stressed and he's eating too much like red meat, I think. But
Again, you would know better than me.
Just wolf steaks.
From what I know, the Amberscenes are a insignificant family, so I don't expect he'll have much trouble.
Oh.
But it is of our utmost importance that we get him back soon. He's one of us after all.
That's so true. Yes. Yeah.
And before he does anything he's going to regret.
Well. Yes.
He hasn't contacted you at all. Isn't that like voiding your contract or something like that?
Actually, we didn't get to that in the contract.
Breaking it?
No. Just contact was never really one of the things that we had to stipulate, you know?
So...
I didn't think he'd be able to get that far, I mean, honestly, but...
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just never came up. Yeah, yes.
Are you upset that Kennedy's gone, or are you angry at Kennedy for leaving? Because if he's your employee, I don't know if I'd use the word friend.
No, that we didn't use the word friend in the contract. I added that for Silas later.
I see.
You know,
Okay.
I feel like
Yes.
that was an important iteration.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
Mhm, of course.
Yeah, so the first draft is always difficult.
And let me. Tim's gonna pull out the contract and be like,
Hey, can I take a look?
"Yeah, sure."
I'll just like
Trot over my horse and lean over your shoulder.
My horse is like, "Oh, thank God." Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and I hand it over, and it's like very crumpled.
Okay.
It starts off in pen. There's been addendums added in crayon and also like smudged charcoal.
So in what way is this binding?
Well, you can see he put, I think, he drew like a pile of poop and then he signed his name.
Oh yes, I see that. Yeah.
And then,
Extremely accurate.
I know, I was
I
impressed.
just have to point out one of the things on there says no more camels because it bit Kennedy in the ass.
Yep.
Oh yes, and there's a graphic as well.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
And then I just put my fingerprint.
Wow, really?
It really got him. That was one of the later editions. Yeah. And then we have a list of what's on the contract that I can share now or later.
So
Yeah.
I just wonder if he's able to be on a completely wherever he is.
Yeah.
What are the consequences for breaking this contract or not breaking it or escaping? Nothing?
I mean, we didn't.
Assuming it's death, bro.
I mean, it was sort of like the implied. We didn't really get so far as consequences or, it was just like, don't eat me and please, yeah.
So this is for Kennedy's protection.
I mean, also, it was to stop him from gutting fish on my notes.
Oh, I see
That one I
that.
had to add.
Okay.
There's fish blood, like underline.
I just wonder if this anyway still has some kind of domain over Kennedy, regardless of where he is.
Probably there are certain activities that he has to do.
And if he doesn't?
Oh, you just couldn't do them. We just agreed that he wouldn't do them. we just talked about it.
Sounds like friends.
Yeah, actually.
I think this is just a piece of paper. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a piece of paper with a camel, a poop, and some fish guts.
I mean, we agreed to go by it, and there was also the sort of implied threat of me, but
What did you do for 1,000 years?
I mean, stuff. I did a lot of different things.
I thought you'd be more refined in some of your approaches to evil, is all I'm saying.
I mean, it's so boring, Icarus. Once you've slaughtered one village,
Which village?
The horse stops walking.
I mean, it's not on the map anymore. Don't worry about it, darling.
I pull out a map.
Okay, so
There is a couple blank ones.
Oh, that was me.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh, yes, in a cluster.
Oh, yeah, I was sleeping, Icarus. I was napping.
Oh my god.
And that one, okay, that one was just bad well problems, but that was from environmental pollutants. Yeah. Yeah, so, I did things. I did evil really good. I did so much good evil. But it's boring. It's boring. Sorry.
Just shaking.
Would you like a cracker?
Activate your elder touch. It seems to be always coming to terms with the end. Like it's had a long run.
Is everything all right back there?
Nim has... No, it's kind of...
The horse seems
It's fine.
a little bit sad. Maybe some nice pats on its neck.
Great!
Just with the open hand, not any nails.
Open hand.
Very nice. Very nice. Just gentle.
Yeah.
Nim, I'll happily work with you actively on finding Kennedy.
Wonderful.
I was just
Great.
hoping you had a little more control over the situation, but I see now that might have been hopeful on my part.
Wait, are you saying that more control on my part would be a welcome addition to the
No, I'm
situation?
saying I assumed it would have already been present and it would have been useful in this one specific instance.
Oh, well, I'm gonna take what I want from this conversation, though. Don't worry about it.
It sounds like you do.
Yes. Yeah. It's true.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start circling some things on this map, and
Maybe
I'm
just
gonna go right over there.
hum a nice little soothing tune to it. Nope, not that one. Maybe Icarus can help.
I'm busy circling desolated villages.
And the day continues. I imagine very similar to this. Truly the best scouting mission I've ever seen.
This is why goats are better than horses. And camels, honestly. War goats better than camels.
And you all would eventually, we'll expedite this process a little bit, you all would eventually get to a place that's reasonable enough for you to find and make a camp. And we'll get to some nighttime stuff here in a moment. But for the daytime, we split back over to the front guard for Ajax and Silas. Ajax, Silas, you are still traveling at the same slow pace and rate as the full caravan. The only difference here is they intentionally send a few, probably no more than 3 or 4 wagons, a couple hundred yards up ahead. Right? The concept or the idea being that it's better for them to spread out a little bit of their forces. So if a trap were to be sprung, they stumble across something on the road, they can stop their wagons and keep the main caravan 100 or so, 200 yards back behind. Of course, there's risk involved with this, which is why there are still some fighters in the core and they still have the rear guard. So being part of the front guard is really just also being in a wagon, but taking turns and taking shifts, walking alongside the, essentially, arsenal wagons. Because if there is a fight that springs up, individuals jump out of those wagons and have additional supplies and additional fighters and additional weapons there. It's truly the forward face, but not necessarily what you might expect of a vanguard. They like to keep up the appearances that maybe they could just be peddlers or traders until battle starts and they all jump out, right? So, what are you two doing as you're sitting and or walking or going along with the front guard?
I feel like we'd be in a wagon.
I'll be walking next to the wagon, juggling.
Yes.
You could be sitting on the front if you like.
I'm open, it's a little side window.
Okay. Balls or knives? What do you got?
Knives.
Nope.
No, my hand axes.
Badass.
So this is productive work?
Yes.
It's quite impressive.
Thank you.
You seem terse.
I'm fine.
You were mean. And I go away from the window a little bit. I'm allowed to relax.
Yes, no one said otherwise.
Well, you made me feel like I shouldn't be.
You were drunk.
It's very relaxing.
But it's not smart.
No, I don't have to be all the time, right?
There's a way to relax while staying on your guard.
I figured if I was more agreeable, I would let the rest of them relax more.
I think they were uneasy by you being drunk.
There really is no pleasing them. Wine was nice, though, honestly.
I don't think that's the case, Silas. I think you're a very closed-off individual from the 5 weeks that I spent with you. And then, to see you turn into a bumbling fool, drunk.
I won that competition. I didn't bumble at all.
I think it surprised them to see you have your guard down so much.
Look, I'm gonna open the door.
The wagon's still moving. Pops the door open. Yeah.
Randall's in there, he's like, hey.
Hop out and close it. Look, I'm bad at this whole thing. I'm just gonna gesture at the Caravan. You're welcome here, and I feel like I am too, and that's odd for me.
Well, everyone's welcome.
That's my point.
Why?
How long have you been traveling with these people?
It's up to you. You can really be, this could be as long as you would like it to have been. At bare minimum, I would say, because of your position with the Caravan, let's not make it anything less than 8 to 11 years.
That's what I was thinking, okay. I've been here for years, Silas.
Right. I haven't been with a group in years. So it's odd for me.
That's fair. You have a good group now.
They are very capable, yeah. But if you take issue with how I'm conducting myself, I can make some adjustments. And I feel I need to reiterate, I've done everything asked of me.
You can relax, just don't lose yourself. There's ways to relax instead of getting drunk.
And then my mind immediately goes to Giovanna. That's fine, no.
Drunk on alcohol, drunk on love, you have options.
I can take it easier. That's fine. So, all I'm saying is, it has been an exhausting 6 weeks, and it seems even some of your Caravan members could use a break. And they're rare, and I understand that. So, sure, relax then. What do you do?
I play games. And I'll stop juggling. I'll put them all back in my belt. And I will produce just a stack of cards. And I'll show them to you, and each one has a spade on it. And then I'll shuffle them, and I'll show them again, and they're all normal cards. And then I will open the wagon door. Because it's moving slow.
It's very slow.
And I will, slide them all out and show you, just a basic card game to play with them.
Jog up a little bit, keep pace with the wagon.
What this card game is? I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
I've never heard of it either.
I've never heard of a game. Oh, no, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you. Hang on, I'm using my brain juices to think up a game.
Yes, you got this.
Thanks. I will produce also a pocket watch. And I will set it for a timer of 1 minute. And then I quickly get all the matches of the cards. In that 1 minute that I can do it.
Okay. It seemed like you enjoyed that a lot.
This is what I do to relax. You just have to find something that you want to do to relax. Have you ever considered growing closer to your party companions?
That doesn't have a great history. No, I keep a comfortable distance.
Well, you will never function if you don't.
I close the wagon door.
My cards!
Icarus on his horse. Where's my watch?
I pickpocketed one from Icarus.
Look,
We have 11 now.
they deserve to relax, and I've had a lot on my mind the past few days, and I'm not really sure how to bring that up with the rest of them. So,
I'll place a hand on your shoulder. It's really easy. You say, I need to talk to you about something. And then you start the conversation from there.
well, none of them are going to relax. And everyone deserves some relaxation. Look, I'm dancing around this. Kennedy sent me a message, and I should probably get back with them about it, but he seemed very stressed out about Nim specifically, and...
While you speak, I'm mumble under my breath. Jabanu seemed like he relaxed.
You swap your mask.
So, like, that's just constantly going on in the background. That and I'm just gonna hold on to the necklace. There are just stresses of the mind that I figure out ways to compensate with. So, if you have ideas, I've never been a conversationalist, but I would appreciate the help.
Silas, my friend, you all are supposed to save the world, from what I gathered in that one meeting with that strange woman.
Yes, 5 weeks. Just 5 weeks.
I have wonderful news for you. You have half the meetings that I have about that.
My point is, unless you know about each other, you're not going to save the world. You have to function like a family. And you and Enoch seem like the first ones to take that step.
Well, Enoch doesn't know anything. So it's pretty easy for him.
But Enoch listens the most.
That's because he doesn't know anything. He just absorbs.
I put my hands like this, like, yes, you're understanding.
And then he just spouts fun facts.
Because he tries to be closer to you all? You all seem lost and broken.
You are just digging.
Thank you. That's what I do. You asked for my advice and I'm giving it.
I asked for your help talking to them.
I'm not going to shy away from things that I see on the outside. That's not how this works.
No, you're very much wear your emotions on the outside person. And I gesture at your face.
That's just so that you can see how I look.
Well, the last... What do you mean by that?
How else am I supposed to express how I feel unless I show you this on my face?
What have you got underneath of it?
A face.
Well, let's see it.
No.
Her face in.
Oh, holding some things close, are we? That's fine. Wait, no, the whole point is that it's not fun. And I smack the caravan.
Randall. Scaring Randall.
No, I don't see. What's your correlation here? This seems pot and kettle.
What I mean is like in order for you to open up and talk to individuals without asking for my help, is that you have to become closer with them.
No, but I mean, like, very directly, you're telling me we should all know more about each other.
Yes.
And you can't express yourself
I am expressing myself.
without help.
You don't want to see what's under this mask. I've worn it for 11 years. All of them.
Even the Jabana one?
No, that's new. That's These are for me. It's not that I'm keeping secrets. They're for me to be comfortable.
And I'm sure there's a very poignant message here that I'm just not getting, but I'm going to think on it.
Do you want to see what's under my mask?
No,
Okay.
I understand.
Silas, you don't have to share everything with your party members. But also, there's obviously something that's been bothering you, and I think you should share it with them for them to help you. I know some of them don't seem very emotionally open, but there are others in your group that do.
Yeah,
seem
there are some
way.
that are like too open, though. You understand it.
Yeah,
You
I know.
got the memo I gave you.
Jabanu's one of them.
Well, actually, now that it's just us, how do you feel that assessment was? You've had some weeks of your own.
There's more that I would add to Jabanu's, but other than that, it define them all perfectly. Except I don't know anything about Kennedy. You didn't say anything about him.
Kennedy asked me not to. He said he was a very private person and not to share his business.
I see.
Well, that one time, that's cool. That's chill.
So, that's part of the grappling. Kennedy wants us to help, but not directly. But we're also helping a lot of you now.
When you say help, what do you mean? What kind of help is he looking for?
Well, Kennedy's never been, I'm not playing this with you. I'm gonna turn. No.
Still just walking
So-
beside the wagon.
Yes.
So this is what I was talking about, and being more open. You're asking me, and I'm asking a genuine question, not about the individual, but about what they're asking.
Okay. Yes. No, I'm following now. And I open back up the wagon, and I'm gonna pull.
I'm gonna grab my cards.
And I put the map down where it was.
Sure.
Ooh.
Randall, look away.
Looks away.
Close your sweet eyes, Randall.
It's not a secret, but fine.
I just don't want him to look. He's been boasting since last night.
I keep hearing about Randall. Randall, what did you do?
Oh, I'll show you. You see,
This can wait. We've got all day. Go ahead, Randall.
Randall lies down on the ground inside the carriage, inside the wagon, and extends his right hand.
Okay.
Well, come on, are we gonna do this or not?
I don't know what we're doing.
You really don't get it, do you? And he shuts the door.
My map
Doors are in this wagon.
I open the door.
And he's still very much in a prone position, laying atop your map.
You arm wrestle him. So put your arm like this. I'll put my hand up against Randall's.
He puts a second one out. I can take you on both at the same time.
No, you can't, Randall. You're just going to put your arm like this.
I've got a mechanical buff that says otherwise.
I will follow. I just follow.
Wow, Randall, you
I'm
handled it.
gonna arm wrestle Randall.
Because Randall's distracted, I'm just gonna be like, and you go like this, and I'll slam his hand into the...
Make a roll. Make it with advantage. We'll treat this kind of as a surprise.
Surprise attack.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that was not great. Okay, but I'll take the first one. 17.
And beats it. I also got a 17, and he's like going back and forth, waiting for this. He happens to look over towards you, and you grab his hand and slam it down, and you
Like this, and I'm going to do it when he looks back.
make it with advantage, and I'll make it a flat roll. Hold on.
It's a 16.
I'm making a flat roll for Randall with his new improvements, and he got a 24. Ooh. And he's still looking back over here, and you like this, and you go to slam it down.
Oh, wait, do you do mine now then?
And the game's on. Now we have to finish the game.
Make sure that you don't have your hand slammed down. That's the point.
Second roll.
14.
He got a 19.
So what happens when you get under 10 consecutive?
And you have to be walking next to the wagon while he's laying down. Third and final, as it comes a little bit closer. It looks like he's held in some type of mechanical suspense. But the dice has already been rolled.
You could use athletics now that you've got the hang of it.
What do you want to sell me on here?
Yes.
Do you want to see something funny?
We're in the middle of the game, man.
And I just look at Ajax. And I'll just
It's like my
let
roll's
my
pretty
arm
good.
go. I'll let my arm go limp.
And he's putting so much effort into it, and it can't help. He probably didn't want to slam your arm down that hard, but if it goes limp, I mean, it just goes.
Yeah, and then we swap.
Yeah. It hits the ground, and then he is in a prone position, right? And it just connects.
Well, we swap entirely. So
Yeah, okay. He is now forced into a walking position, and you are forced into a prone position. And your hand is now holding his down, which is simultaneously switched kind of at the same energy here facing. He falls immediately onto his face because he is so confused and dumbfounded. At a very slow pace, mind you, but still.
all right, up with you.
I'll help pick him up. I'll grab him by like the scruff of his shirt,
But
holding him off the ground.
I won.
Sure you did, bud.
Hanging out with cheaters now, huh?
Looks like he won, Randall.
And how the hell did I get outside this wagon?
You didn't set any rules beforehand.
I put you there.
This has
Well,
taught me
we put you
an
there.
instrumental lesson today about obligations, rules, and how you put certain parameters into place whenever you think you're just having a friendly challenge with chums.
Oh, rules are very important, Randall.
This has become integral to my new backstory. He says,
Randall's revenge.
Part 2.
We just got our new big bag.
Outside,
He's not that big.
I'll put like a
in the
gold
great
coin in his
bag.
pocket for his trouble and put him back in the wagon.
he goes back in the wagon.
I'm
You
still
stay
in the wagon,
Yeah.
Kicking your feet.
He just like goes into a corner.
They never
Somewhere
appreciate my
between
jokes.
pouting and
And I'll just
brooding.
frown.
Oh.
Good game, Randall.
Was it though?
Yes.
So here on the map that I'm laying in front of now.
Kicking your feet.
He steps up, he gets out of the wagon, and he tells you to get in the wagon.
Randall, I won't fit in there.
Please do this. And then he shuts the door.
like hunched over, like on the seat.
You do were in the wagon.
Yes, we'll have to go to... Yeah. And if we take this route... I'm sorry. The route that we're taking is taking us north. Kennedy directed us towards Frostholm, which I don't want to go there either, but it seems important.
Why?
Well, because that's where
No,
he said
why
we
don't you
needed
want to go there?
Oh, well, that's complicated, but to put it short, that's where my teacher is currently, and we do not see eye to eye. But, you know, it's a continent, and the world's cruel. So...
You should have a more positive mindset.
That's the horse.
I understand where you'd come from with that, yes.
Good things happen.
There are terrible things here, here, and here.
But you can make light of those situations.
They're the same villages.
Sure, how am I going to make light of this?
You're traveling with people that you like.
I like some of the people that we are traveling with.
Yeah, I know Jabanu's the one that no one likes.
At least one person.
You know, as much as I give him guff, I find his presence sort of endearing.
I have the mask on.
He grows on you like a fungus.
He's not a very fun guy.
He tries.
I made a joke off of your fungus joke.
I'm sorry.
And we pan
Yeah, and I'm just gonna explain what I was told to Ajax.
Okay. In the privacy of the wagon.
Come back, Randall.
He needs time to plan.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. And you know,
If Randall approaches me with violence, I'll beat him.
I think we're gonna pivot. So as this day comes to a close, you find your camp, you make what you need to get done, you have your respective roles and responsibilities. For the scouts, that next morning, you know that you have to break camp quite early to make it back onto the trail, on the path, to line back up with the front guard and line back up with the core caravan. For the front guard, keep doing what you're doing. But regardless, there is still that pause and break, and everyone but the scouting group would have been able to go to that first town hall meeting, which is a final confirmation of we're going to have a conversation, we're going to hear what they have to say, and then we'll go from there. There's always an air of mischief about Castori. Even when he says we fight when things don't go our way, it doesn't necessarily sound like someone who is full of bloodlust. Fight can be interpreted a number of ways, and while that might be hard for Nim to understand, to fight means to stand up for what you believe in. And oftentimes it seems like this is what Castori means. There's so many ways to fight, with words, right? With pens, so many ways to fight. Eventually, the scouts come back together. The forward guard all reassume back into the core caravan as you all make your way towards the edge of the Great Viridian Wood. As you all are approaching, caravan en masse, you would see that there is a number of rangers and perceived druids. And the only reason that most of you can tell that they are in fact druids from this distance is as you all are cresting one of the hills nearest to the foothills coming up to the wood itself, a remarkably large wall of briars would begin to be built around the edge of the wood, forming a nigh impenetrable barrier, unless somebody was willing to potentially get stuck or to crawl through. You also see that there's a number of bear, wolves, and stags that also seem to be here in support of the rangers and the druids as well. There's a reasonably sized forward camp on the exterior of this. You can also see, as you are now in a better vantage point, to look further down the tree line, which it truly is. It's almost as if there is a wall and the forest starts and ends in one place here. As you look to the west, as you look to the east, you can see that there are other small camps out on the horizon. They've done this at appropriate intervals, which tells you all a couple of things. That they have enough people to do this, one, and that you can see the next camp, which means that they can see you too. Something to think about. Upon your approach, you see this wall, this large wall of briars. You would also see that a male forest elf kind of stands out. And while they appear to be wearing ranger attire, some lighter leathers, they're also wearing a cape that seems to have a hawk talon clasping it over the fronts here. And as they would step out, you would watch as they would pull a small scroll out. And of course, Castori at this point has proudly, in his full plumage, come up to the front of the caravan, steps forward, and waits first to be addressed as this person holds up this scroll and reads from him. And they read the following. Upon request of House Pendrelin and order of the Lords of Redenia, Archdruid Tovin Nadair and High Ranger Agnar Tierve, primary entrance points to the Great Wood are hereby closed, unless upon prior approval of our Lords of House Verdenia, or notice of allyship within the Woodland Realm. Unfortunately, previous trade passes cannot and will not be accepted at this time. Rolls it back up. Castori walks forward, and there's this retinue of individuals here. And if anybody wants to say anything or thinks it's their time to interact, please feel free to jump into this negotiation.
Castori?
Castori starts speaking. He's already up there.
Oh.
I'll be up there with him.
Okay.
Let him cook for a second.
Yeah.
We'll be quiet, but we're going with it.
Yeah.
Iris?
I have used the commoner's veneer to look like a commoner. Please and thank you.
Castori, you're like, oh, gross.
I want to take Iris and just kind of make our way to the back of his retinue.
Do you mind? I'm just gonna come with you.
Yes.
Scouting.
What were you doing?
Hey guys, I know this isn't a great time, but we should talk soon.
Literally, you say that as Castori takes off his plumed hat, puts it into a deep bow. Well. I do not think that is how you greet travelers on the road. Hello, my name is Castori. Castori the Little, you've probably heard of me. He pauses. Well, anyway, and he continues on. You said that previous trade passes will not suffice. What about letters of agreement with the Iron Reach's kingdom? And he holds out what looks to be, again, a small parchment that has appropriate frills, or appears to be a nice scroll binding built upon the top of this. And you would watch as the individual walks forward, and Castori passes it to them. Individual asks Castori, do you mind if I break the seal? Castori says, well, if you must, I'd prefer you not to do it. It loses quite a bit of value upon the first breaking, but that's okay. Go ahead, I guess. Pops it open. Pulls it open. And for those of you that are close enough, it'd still be remarkably hard to hear. You might get like every other word, unless your passive perception is, I don't know, like over 20. Kennedy!
Dang.
And again,
Kennedy and the ship just...
My spidey senses.
Patricia, if you're still around, help me.
every other word looks, dwarves, under, rolls it back up.
Would I be able to hear it? Because Ajax is up there.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. There's no reason for you not to be up near with Castori if you wish to be. It's comfortable, it's second nature. The rest of the group, that might be, that's weird, right? Like, you're not going to bring up this whole, like, string of folks. If you do that, then all their other rangers and druids are coming up as well. You would hear the following. It seems like he's just like reading over this. An agreement for trade, passage into the Iron Reaches, the Underhill, connection with the dwarves, full treaties to be acknowledged and followed through on. No harm to befall the gallant gallanteers as long as they are within the Iron Reaches kingdom. And he would roll it back up and pass it back over to Castori. I must apologize. While I do not wish to cause any strife for you and the caravan here, for those of you, I'm sure it looks trade, potentially. I don't necessarily know. It looks further beyond to the actual caravan, which is just like bards and performers. I don't want to cause any strife with you and your business. However, we are unwilling and unable to be flexible or accommodate this. And he continues, and he says, believe me, while I understand this is likely remarkably unfortunate news for you and yours, this is not an empty concern passed down by the High Sovereign of Arcaith. This is something that our lords of the wood have deemed appropriate. This is, to be honest, for your safety. Another individual steps up back behind, and you would see that they are like passing something else to this individual, and they open it up. Yes, of course. In addition to that, we have heard that there have been some type of a rebellion of sorts. There's been some type of strife in the streets of Port Haven. So we thought this serves a multiple purpose. Castori continues, and he says, well, that's exactly why we got out of there. Streets were too hot. Not good for business. Not good for business whatsoever. Is there really nothing that we can do to lubricate this situation a smidge? Anything you're seeking?
Jabanu Ajisoa here, and I think he's gonna like step up to the platform.
I physically like start to like recoil.
I think before Castori tries the bribe, I'm gonna jump in. You see this guy's an elf, right?
Yeah, he's a wood elf.
I'm gonna be like, Marhaban, brother. Yeah, so in a very like Kyloros elf like dialect.
Would immediately bring 2 fingers, closed thumb to a forehead, and would say, I see you, in Elvish.
So, see, I'm me and my group here were traveling with these performers, and I'm gonna unwrap my scarf, and I'm gonna show my stigmata, my seal of Lord. I'm actually on a mission here from the Goddess of Dreams. Can I speak to whoever's in charge?
I cast Hocus Pocus and make like stars circle around his head.
Continues to speak in Elvish to you.
Yeah.
You certainly must be blessed by the goddess.
Yes, so we were hoping for a special dispensation for religious purposes. I'm on a divine quest. And I was hoping I could speak to whoever's in charge. And can I do an insight check to see if it's this guy?
Sure.
Who's in charge?
Do you want to do it before or after you've asked for who's in charge?
But before, if you let me retcon it.
Yeah, sure.
If you'll let me.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. I got a total of 10 for my insight.
Total of 10. It's a pot shot.
Yeah.
It's tough. You see some individuals that appear to be controlling bears and elk and stag. And that's pretty cool.
I'd be totally decentralized.
That's pretty powerful. Yeah. And then you ask, I'd like to speak to whoever's in charge. Mm-hmm. And in Elvish, continuing on, would say, brother, I am in charge.
I knew it.
And it would introduce, this time in common, just in case anyone else isn't able to speak Elvish, they're not certain, and they would introduce themselves as Vern Vicephali. Mm-hmm. Commander of the Southern Rangers of the Wood.
Cool.
And continues on, hearing this, and hears your request, but also knows that Castori is attempting to bribe him. This is happening simultaneously. There's no doubt about that.
Do you think this is going well?
No.
Well,
I do. If I could put in, if I could do I do have advantage on persuasion
Because you've shown the stigmata.
because of the stigma.
You can make it. I'll take it into account.
Can I get an insight on Vern from here?
You can make an insight if you like.
Okay, I'll do it with these. A natural 20
For a total of what?
for a total of 20.
That's why we ask, folks. That's why we ask. Okay, cool. You got a natural 20. That's cool. It's a skill check. You got a 20 total. All right. Vern looks. And now speaking in common, what'd you get?
25.
With 25, you look at somebody who is... If you can exude an aura of honor and responsibility, this is someone who... To be clear, this is not necessarily somebody that's law and letter. This is not somebody like, well, the law says this, I have to follow this. There is an honor here. Someone who understands nuance, certainly, and wants to be flexible, but needs a damn good reason. As long as it falls in line.
And I'm gonna look over at Chibanu. That was a reason. Oh.
Yeah.
And continues. And there's a sigh. And you watch as they bring their hand to some type of symbol that you can't see down below, whatever they're jerking, whatever they have appropriately they're wearing. Believe me when I say I do not wish to stop whatever holy quest you're on. We may not follow the same teaching nor serve the same goddess, but I respect what you're on here. It looks back to Castore. I want to make sure you understand what you're attempting to do. First, you're attempting to bribe the commander of the southern reaches of the Woodland Realm. That, in and of itself, would oftentimes be, well, impossible to be forgiven. Had I the person power and looks further down both sides, I might consider taking offense to that. And then he looks back behind and sees a full caravan of individuals, bards, troubadours, and performers, but you're also watching, and your insight's gonna roll, you're watching somebody whose eyes somehow just can tell and can just feel that this isn't a battle that they would have heavy losses. If this were to be, I'm gonna take you into, so I'm gonna detain you, right? So there's a wisdom here that you're noticing, Silas. At least let me fill you in on the type of agreement that you're seeking from me. As I was saying, this isn't it, and all of you, if you're listening now, they're kind of speaking a little bit louder so the rest of you can actually hear this, because this is the part in the negotiation where they're going to try to scare you all, so you don't want to come inside, right? As I've said, this is not something that we're doing simply because House Pendulin has requested it. Our lords of the wood, they felt a change. The animals are sick, scared. The spirit of the wood, it's not speaking to us anymore. We've lost several settlements, one remarkably close to here, in fact. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
13.
17.
The DC for this passive check is 14.
14.
Yeah, I have a 16.
At this, there's that pause of we've lost contact with several smaller settlements. One, in fact, is remarkably close. Those of you who have a DC 14 or higher, you would immediately clock that there is a younger female wood elf a little bit further back in the ranks who immediately excuses herself in a hurried fashion. With that passive, you'd be able to at least notice maybe what they're wearing and what they look like. But they seem to have left in quite an emotional state.
Tell me, what again were the conditions under which one could pass? There was something you mentioned about notice the woodland creatures.
They repeat again that it was unless you have essentially writing or agreement from the Lords of the Wood, or have somehow contracted or been provided with certificate of allyship of the wood, which the wood would have to bestow on you.
The wood itself?
I'm gonna step up.
Okay.
Commander Visifili, I'll put out a hand. Icarus Penumbra of...
The college, I
Yes,
believe, I can
yes.
see it here. I've been to our cave. And he would shake your hand.
You bring up troubled villages. I assume you have a great number of people investigating this, but I must admit not all of us here are simply performers. Some of us are designed and contracted often to deal with threats such as these and investigate them. We have some of the sharpest minds in this caravan, and we could provide a great service to you and your house if you would so let us.
When you are talking about individuals here who are of use, of note, helpful, you can't help but they're talking to you. They acknowledge you as a graduate of the College of the Weave. They've been to our cave. They see this. You watch as they look over to Silas.
Yes.
And then come back over to you.
I'm gonna walk up, because I assume you're talking loud enough. And Icarus here does speak for us all.
That being said as well, there's tensions between the houses are very high. I know there's a storied history with House Virdinia and their neutrality. Many members of House Stormwave and House Lyran, this house here might get caught in the middle. Allowing us passage will allow my mission to smooth things over. And I very much would like to keep the house here where it's doing its best work, which is protecting its own forest and its own people.
Mulls all this over.
And I do have written documents, not from your forest, but from other members who would have great sway over the houses, we'll put it that way.
Takes all this in, looks back over to Castori. You got a 20. We had a pretty strong insight. We're gonna do the insight resolution here first. I've already given you something, but you watch someone who has been won over in the way that a very respectful and honorable ranger soldier is. Says to you in Elvish, "Very well. It will be done. I will get you on your way as soon as I can." Looks back to Castori, and in common, well, you can thank the individuals that you've brought in your band of adventurers, bards, troubadours, college graduates, waves. You've won me over. I'll send a raven this very night. We can expect a response in 3 to 5 days. Until then, please make yourself comfortable. It seems that you have all the provisions that you need. You can camp here. I will put in the best word I possibly can. I will expect that there is to be a favorable response, it coming from me. But until then, please, feel free to enjoy some camaraderie between our camp and yours.
I'm gonna run over to Airless. Airless! I got an idea. Right. You gotta go speak with those plants.
I was hoping to, but right in front of everyone?
Why not?
I'll just kind of sit down on the ground, put my hands on the ground.
As soon as you sit down on the ground, you would watch as a number of the druids and other individuals are beginning to rush your way.
Whoa.
This is with great haste and great import and would be the start of what would seem like any initiative that you all have ever been a part of.
I meant later tonight. Whoa, are you okay?
I'm so faint.
Oh, no.
Common.
Oh.
I need to ask you a question.
Yep.
And I need you to be honest with me.
Yeah.
Do you think Ireless would have started the process of releasing that power? It's a process to tap into it, to try to connect.
If she noticed people rushing over right away, she would have stopped,
Okay. So do you
She
think
is-
you started it?
trying to not draw any attention to herself. How fast were they coming over? Immediately?
The moment that you put your hands down to the earth, it's hard for me to not interpret it as channeling and beginning to release the power of natural magics.
If you don't mind, Can I make an insight check to see if I can clock very quickly that they're mad at Ireless or something?
That will allow one thing, and if this is what you want, this is it.
Okay, because... Shit. It's a new day, right? Can I
It's a new day!
All right.
I think I've been pretty insightful. I can also, since I'm right
I
next to
get all-
Icarus, maybe that's advantage.
It's new people, otherwise I'd say yes.
That sucks. Okay, an 8.
It's hard to get the nuance of this. You see people that are more fearful and concerned than they are angry. This could be like, oh man, you shouldn't have done this, now we gotta fight type of thing. Or this could be like, you don't know what you're doing, like we have to stop you to protect you. But you can't tell with that roll.
Okay. Shit. So, but I see something's going wrong. I immediately grab my wrist and I'm like looking back to see what is going on. But I didn't notice fast enough.
And they're gonna come up, and they would immediately begin to enter into this, and they would say, we're not exactly sure what you were attempting to do, but if you were attempting to connect or convene or reach out to the spirit of the wood, we strongly encourage you and advise you against it. This is the only warning that we will provide.
Thank you so much.
You can stand now.
I will stand up.
And again, it's hard not to acknowledge the fact that you're wearing this beautiful cave bear pelt as these.
No,
you took it off.
look like a
you're
commoner.
Okay, beautiful. That's
Yep.
badass. Because they're bringing up. It would be 2 of the larger bears come running up with them as well, and they do a curt little bow, and then they head back to the briar patch.
So, no survive, no peaceful.
Icarus, did you want me to offer aid?
To them? I thought that was implied. If they need our help, they'll ask us. I assumed a slayer's work would be very useful to them.
I can go and inquire some details, maybe get some answers then.
I'm getting the sense we're not going to be let in one way or another in at least 3 days.
Maybe more.
We were told to wait for this commander to come back. I take it seems tensions are very high. I don't think we should push our luck.
No, but perhaps with the right line of questioning, you can understand what may be on his mind.
There was also...
What are you implying? Speak plainly.
I mean, don't you have that wand?
Yes. If you want me to interrogate him, I can, but he will know what I did.
No, just...
He will know.
Is anyone listening to us?
This is the part of the campaign where I start being a little bit more of a dick. Absolutely. Right? The commander said he was going to send a raven later that night, and has just been standing there the entire time.
I want to point out that Ajax is looking at all of you very angrily.
I was fully under the impression that we had turned back towards Airless.
As far as I know, that happened immediately right there. The captain said, okay, cool, we'll send a raven tonight. Ireless, can't you talk to the wood? Okay. Hands down on the ground. The rest of the druids rush up.
Okay, I'm going to use my device.
In more than 6 seconds.
For this conversation?
The part of them running up, offering the part where they're saying, oh, hey, like, don't do this. You could possibly reset back to, like, maybe a couple seconds right after they've told Ireless to stand back up.
You can at least erase the conversation about mind control.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I feel like that's a hard place to
Or
put
to
that.
different thoughts.
Yeah, again, 6 seconds is a lot whenever you're in combat. 6 seconds is not very much when you're in a social encounter. And so I just think the amount back and forth that went on from that, if you attempted to rewind it or cut it, might not be able to get all of it.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's go, come on. Let's get back to the caravan.
I'm not gonna back down. I'm just gonna stand there. Like, I stand on business. If he wants to talk to me, if he's worried, like, I was honest, we're here on important business. I don't really care if he's intimidated or worried about us. That's fine.
I want to turn and gesture at the commander and say, in Sylvan,
Okay.
I assume you understand me.
Nods first.
What my companion has said is true. We do need passage, and I understand you're sending word that will arrive. 3 days there and back, or total?
I would respond and say, I expect a response in 3 to 5 days.
I have respect for your work.
And in Sylvan, but there is a, how do I frame this? Do you think that Silas has an accent that is telling of where he is from?
Almost certainly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only place that I would have spoken. Like, to any extent.
There is a response that is still in Sylvan that just almost like they're attempting to grasp at showing or telling you more information and how they respond with their accent. I have much respect for you and your order as well. And in Sylvan, who all can understand Sylvan?
I believe I can, yes.
Those of you who would understand Sylvan would hear the following. Your order has done me a great service in the past, and I wish to repay that service in kind. No one will cross this threshold until I have words from my lord, but until then, I will treat you and those that are with you as friends and allies. Please do not give me a reason to go back on this.
Tell me what we're being cautious of. Do me that service.
You watch as he looks over his shoulder, and for those of you that had previously clocked the individual that had run off in quite the emotional concern, seems like they're looking roughly that direction. This is continuing in Sylvan. There is something that they're almost falling back into their comfort rather than speaking plainly in common. We've lost multiple settlements, yes. We've lost a settlement of importance. And in that, we've sent several groups of rangers, and we haven't heard back. I have a job to do, just like they had a job to do. Most of us who are here wish we weren't on this duty. We'd rather be elsewhere. But my fealty is steadfast. And if this is where my lord thinks that I am best served, I will stay here. I'm not trying to keep you from your business, Slayer. I want to make sure that you have not only our support, but the support of the wood before you enter into these halls. And there is something that is hard and true about that being said in Sylvan.
Where was your closest settlement?
They would tell you that it was about, probably 3 to 5, probably 4 days travel to the east, northeast. They would tell you specifically that it is within the southwestern pass that leads into the Little Twin, up into the mountain that is the Little Twin. They would tell you that it was a village called Coria. And they tell you that most of the individuals that are here volunteered for this role because it was close.
Oof.
And am I interpreting that distance on foot?
Yeah, on foot, through the wood. You can maybe make up a little bit of pace with horse or something, but...
And you've heard no word back, so you don't know what you're dealing with either.
And he's going to make a switch to common from this point on in the conversation. And there's that weird switch of language, but the conversation continues and says, "That is right, Slayer. We have not received any news back. But before we get any further in a conversation as such, I would like to yield our time. I fear telling any more information, even to one of your order, kin that are gathered here, would put me in disfavor with my lords. Once you have writ of passage across this threshold, I will be more than happy to ask for your aid, because I cannot leave here. But until then, please, make yourselves comfortable. Share in what we have here at the camp. And let us make light of the moment that we have while we are yet allies. And hopefully, that continues to stand.
Well, that all sounds so very reasonable. What if we just let this be our end point? Thank you so much for your hospitality. Really looking forward to hearing from you later. All right, and maybe you welcomed us to your camp. Would it be okay if we just came over and said hello later? It's
Of course.
wonderful. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, shall we, everyone?
Above table, who has one of those trinkets? The shape changer trinkets.
Jabana's the only one
Yeah,
with
it's just
one.
me. But it kind of, it's a ring. It's kind of always going off. This in the, I'm assuming it's always going off in the caravan. Although I guess if I can kind of target it at certain
Yeah,
people.
it's definitely like a radius.
If I get like everyone to get away from me, I can like
Nim being
find out
here is a
who's-
problem. Castore being here is a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
And even though it's a different interpretation of the rule set and what it means to be a shape changer, but you are also near a bunch of rangers and druids as well, and so that would be a hard thing to detect.
Yeah.
If they're not doppel detectors per se.
Yeah.
Does my blind sight pick up anything?
Oh.
Just
Oh,
specific creature
remind
types?
me the list.
It's like the specific. It's like the demons, celestials, that kind of stuff. Nothing like super specific.
Nothing new that you wouldn't expect in this area, coming off of the
Fae would be the
Yeah.
most relevant one.
Yeah, and again, you get more Fae and Fair coming off of Castore,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And even, to be honest, even more Fae and Fair coming off of Silas than you do coming off of the Wood Elves.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, we could settle down, but
seems great.
I'm worried that something else will happen in 5 days, if that's how long it takes.
Yeah, and this is we're gonna kind of go away.
Yes.
Before we have this conversation. I'm like, come on, this way.
So
Come on.
as we're
I
walking
will-
away, yeah.
Give a respectful
Castore
gesture.
starts
Yeah.
business. You also would see as Raya comes and passes you all as you all are leaving, would intentionally walk a little bit closer, and the tail would come up and brush up Jabanu's face
Oh my
as
goodness.
she heads forward on, and she begins to connect business with these individuals. You can hear briefly that it sounds very much like they're talking about exchange rates of what one group can exchange and share and sell to the other.
That makes. I want to ask for a lore check on the way that he talked about the wood.
Yep. Cool.
And using, like, in the wood's power, the wood as an entity, using
Yeah.
myths and legends.
Cool. 100%.
Heck
100%.
yes. Okay, tight. And is that plus my intelligence modifier and proficiency bonus?
Proficiency
Glorious.
bonus and int. That's what you're.
Yeah, how's
know.
okay.
I can't just pull out a wand.
No, I understand.
3. What's our proficiency bonus right now? Is it
+3.
+3? Great. Okay. So that's gonna be a unnatural 19.
Natural 19. Yeah, cool. Yeah, with a 19, a couple of things come to mind. The Great Viridian Wood has gone by a number of names, and depending on the section that you are in, it has different energy, right? There's different spirits that are said to be attributed to that area and the vibes that it gives off. There's an area known as Elder Tree. There's an area known as the Mistwood. But overall, House Verdenia, they stay in the wood as tenders to the spirit of the forest. They're not just tending to the trees. They very much believe, and lore, myth, and legends very much believe that you can tell what is happening to the state of the continent by how the spirits of the wood are faring.
Oh, cool.
And they are so afraid to let individuals, this has all been said above board now, to let folks in because they've lost their connection to being able to read the spirit of the wood that, I mean, hell, they just had a blindfold put on. It would be bad practice, it would be unsafe to let individuals. This is something that, as far as your recollection and knowledge, has never happened before.
Okay.
They treat, when they say spirit of the wood, they truly mean a spiritual entity.
Okay, and that's like their senses into the rest of, okay, fantastic.
Like veins and tendrils, where there is a forest on Viridia, they can feel a shift or a change. At least the higher level, especially the archdruids.
Okay. Interesting. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Silas, did he, anything important come out of that conversation?
He's not going to be the one that holds us back, if anything does.
I got that sense. I just worry that whoever he's reporting to doesn't quite understand the urgency of our travel as much as
Yeah.
their own.
Yeah, 5 days is too long and it's not even a guarantee, yes?
Yes.
Speaking of urgency of travel, I don't think that we all fully grasp what that means yet, either.
Everyone talk quietly. Let's go talk near Ramshackle.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, it's good to be all back together. I mean, well, mostly. But 5 days, we have 3 years. Is 5 days of risk really worth jeopardizing?
Let me say, it's not
Yeah.
like everything's going to go to shit on one day. It's a
Yes.
gradual process. 5 days could be, well, you saw what happened in 5 weeks.
That's
Each one of those weeks could have been disastrous if we didn't step in. If we're not allowed to step in, they've already lost, what are they saying, something, lost a village or something.
Multiple settlements, yes.
I'm not trying to say we're the only people who can help, but we've proven ourselves, saving a city. Especially with Ireless's powers connected to the woods. You're a slayer. I think we could do good if they would allow us, but 5 days is a crucial amount of time that we're just sitting on our asses.
But we had permission to save that city. And it seems like everyone's been really strong in this idea of consent and permission and waiting respectfully. Even though, so I'm just
They don't
curious.
trust us, of course not.
Yes.
They have no reason to.
Yes.
But I think we're to the point where we know what we're capable of, and that has to supersede others.
You know what you're capable of.
Yes, and they don't. So that's why I'm frustrated, is we don't really have a way to impress on them our own abilities.
They were afraid of the woods,
What does
their
that
own
mean?
home.
They're not going to let the caravan through. That much is certain, but let's let them mull it over for a night and they might change their tune. If only for a couple days.
Where are
Forward
we
a
even-
smaller group.
Where are we even going? Where are we even trying to go?
North.
I'll explain where the caravan is heading to.
Yep.
I can't remember, but Ajax does.
North to the high road near Arcaith, then a hard west through the rest of the wood, heading up to the northwestern point before they go subterranean into the Iron Reaches Kingdom. And they'll be underground for quite some time.
I mean, I know that we heard where the caravan is going, but where are we going?
Look, can we all agree? We'll settle here tonight, and we can plan our next moves together.
Yes. I
Yeah,
think we have much choice anyway.
I think that sounds great. Is there, maybe we can, like, relax, maybe, settle down, have some wine? You had some wine in there, Jabana, didn't you? Just quite a store, right?
My wine's mostly gone.
Oh,
The collection I
wow.
spent 200 years curating.
Oh, what a tragedy!
No big deal.
that was quick, and you thought it was the bird?
Well, I figured out what was going on. I don't know. I thought maybe that bird.
He's just a baby.
Because I wasn't imagining the alternative.
Very, very poorly hiding.
There are a few things that I want to rush us through, and you're going to be confused by the way I ask these questions.
Great. Yes, let's go.
You all are here, probably coming in closer to like 11 noon by the time you actually wrap up some conversations, finish some things up after maybe a slightly later morning than typical, prepping for this. Between 12 and 3, and I don't need or want in-depth answers here. Between 12 and 3, where do you all think you're at? What are you doing?
I'm helping the caravan set up for the day.
Okay. Helping the caravan set up. Pretty easy. Anything else?
Prepping a little site for us.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
Yeah, I think like hanging out near Ramshackle, just getting like reoriented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, what do y'all think you're doing?
What the hell is going on?
I know. I would be starting to get ready to go to the other camp and looking for somebody with an approachable demeanor.
Who are you looking for?
Like I was going to talk to maybe Silas or Aralis to see if either one of them would want to go to track down that elf I saw run away. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm sending the spirit usher to go spy on them.
Okay. What time do you think you do that, between 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay. You find them between the hours of 3 and 4 on their way to a smaller post to the west. They're traveling along the edge of the wood, heading west. They go to the smaller camp, and they are put on patrol there.
I'm trying to find a woodland animal, not druid controlled, or perhaps even a druid. I'm trying to find like a regular animal.
Not a fox.
Not a fox. No, just like something really nondescript, like a chipmunk or a squirrel or a woodpecker or
I
something.
love that. And you find absolutely none. You listen for a second because that's weird, and you don't even hear birdsong.
Strange.
Between the hours of 4 and 7, what are you all doing?
Still making dinner?
Man, I feel like I got my hand slapped so bad that I would not go
Yeah. That's so
with
fair.
Nim.
Yep.
So I would try to have that conversation
With who? With what?
with the party.
What's your spirit doing?
The spirit is still there.
Okay.
I would say come back at sundown.
Okay.
Oh God.
Be like, hey Silas, are you okay?
That's a complicated question, Jabano. I'm going to sidestep that and get into something else if that's fine.
So much downtime, and it's not ominous at all. Let's
I just
really
wanted
dig into
to-
this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I'm not being a big deal of the wine, I just wanted to thank you for being cool about the stories I told about you, you know? The adventures of Silas the Slayer, you know?
I'm not cool about that, Jabano.
Oh. Okay, I gotta go talk to,
No, I need you here.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna
Just
give
that.
Silas a thumbs up.
I'm giving a copy to everyone in camp, but yeah, no, that's fine.
Your spirit returns around 7:30, and would let you know that the individual that you'd asked him to trail is heading back towards the main encampment for dinner. What are you all doing between 8 and 9?
Processing the conversation we had with Silas. Taking notes.
It's nice.
Decompressing with Alvin, or like going over what he's found.
Hey, Ajax, you want to play some cards?
No.
Oh.
I want to go talk to I want to go see if Silas would go talk to the girl who ran away.
I don't think that's a great idea.
You don't think so?
They're very upset, clearly, at the falling of this settlement. To go bring that up with what just occurred, I don't think that would be wise.
I think that she has information, Silas, and I think she's looking for help.
I think a vast majority of these people have the information that we're looking for, Nim, but I don't want to overstep the hospitality that's been offered to us.
If you can call it that.
I mean, They invited us in.
Okay, but at the first sign of resistance...
Absolutely. That's why I want your eyes. So I don't overstep, so we don't overstep.
I think you should leave them all alone tonight. You have to be patient.
All right. Okay.
If you don't make it into this forest, it's months and months added to your journey.
I just feel...
Let's talk to her tomorrow. I agree with you on that one.
All right, okay. We'll wait till tomorrow.
Let him sleep on it.
We'll sleep on it.
9 o'clock. What's the party doing?
So, with the camps intermingling, do we want to keep an eye out still? I know we haven't really worried too much about a watch, but...
I'll watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna organize it for a little bit.
Go into rotation.
Just kind of see what. Yeah, just see what Mize is up to. Might kind of mill. I'm gonna have Mize just mill around their camp a little bit.
I think Mize is milling around with some of the other animals.
Did we?
No doubt.
Did we see a
Yeah.
raven get sent?
Oh yeah, 100%. It would have been the first thing they went and did after the conversation, after they'd finished business with Castori and Raya.
Sorry if this is not pertinent to this at all, but is it a similar kind of raven that the guilds use?
Actually, no. You would watch as they share a message with a specific person. The person shifts into a raven and takes off.
I don't think that's the same. I really hope not. I have said some irredeemable things in front of these ravens.
Yeah.
Gig economy, man.
For mechanics tonight, I mean, you've got a full protectorate of the druids and the rangers. You have your caravan as well. You all are more than welcome to set up watches and rounds, but this is as safe as you can get, really, outside of a haven, a safe haven, right? Granted, you're on some spooky wood energy, but you've got so many people to help you in a fight. So you're welcome to do this.
One last clarification. Were all of the rangers elves?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
I am going to ritually cast Find Familiar to turn Tulu into a mouse.
Okay.
And twin Familiar and send 2 mice out once it's dark.
Yeah, sure. We're at least at 9. I'm about to ask for 10 o'clock.
Yeah, out to the camp.
Okay.
To the 2 sides of the camp.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Do you need Pip to run security?
Pip's gonna get some flesh.
Is a mouse.
Well, which one?
I want to try to overhear any conversation that's happening.
Okay, make me a perception check. Make it with advantage. That's gonna serve as my mindset. There's two Tulus.
Pip does
Should
have
I
armor.
Yeah.
Should I just use Tulu's perception?
Please, yeah.
Whoops, I
Full
did
metal
not click the
Pip.
tab.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
We don't have it set.
Just perception.
Where?
Proficient.
Show me.
Is this not? That's not his.
Oh, wait,
class.
here he is.
Oh.
Okay. It was... I rolled twice. The first one was a 17, so it's 20.
With a 20,
Yeah.
You would hear the following conversations with a 20. You would hear a couple of individuals mentioning the name Violetta, and that she has been weathering is the language they would use daily. And then they would also use language withering, even more so would be appropriate. You would hear snapshots of, it seems like they're losing a little bit more of themselves each and every single day, that they are withering away, weathering the storm and withering away. And it fills them full of dread and sadness watching this happen to their sister.
These are people saying this.
Elves.
Okay.
Yeah. And to clarify, you speak Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're speaking these conversations in Elvish. 10 o'clock rolls around. Anybody doing anything?
So nobody's mad I didn't say anything earlier. It just never seemed like a good time.
No, it's fine.
I'm mad.
I'm sorry that you're mad.
Thank you for apologizing.
In the future, It would be nice to know immediately, but I understand in the circumstances why you waited.
You told us about Kennedy? Why would I be mad? I'm just glad he got in touch.
Kennedy seemed very upset about the contract.
And Kennedy is with
Oh, no.
Elpis.
The contract's not binding at all.
I didn't
He has
share
nothing
that.
to worry
I
about.
didn't share who I
Okay.
was with at all.
All right.
What part of the contract? He agreed to he stipulated many of the terms. Next time you talk to him, you tell him that right now I am adding to the contract that going for a week without contacting me, his employer.
Yes.
It's like been 6 weeks.
He was very
6 weeks.
specific about that. His employer, not...
Icarus used the
His
same
friend.
language, yes.
10:30.
There'll be consequences.
Still going.
Yeah.
Giovanni, for the first time today, you hear it seems like birds have been disturbed, and that there is a flock was too large, but a small group of birds seem to be taking flight from the wood.
I'm gonna run out, kind of casting speak with animals as I run.
You are too far away from the wood. They are up in the air and up in the sky and are flying away. There are
Like, hey, and bird.
hay and bird. There's no response.
Why is Jabano calling at the
They
sky?
look to be flying away at breakneck speed.
Check. Can I just do? Can I just do like I'm looking at the woods? Can I just do a vibe check on the woods?
Vibe check? Yeah.
Vibe check on the wood.
Vibe check? Sure. Yeah.
Or vibe check.
You think it's an
Write that
insight?
down, write
You
that
think it's an
down.
insight?
I could do insight.
Heck yeah.
I'm feeling insight.
Yeah, you got
With the birds, woods. What is going on with this place? So that's an 18.
With an 18, you like stop. You're like, hey! You go up to the birds, like, looks at the woods, and you feel like the woods are looking back at you.
I'm gonna shout out. Still speak with animals. Hello? Is anyone in there?
It's 10:30, approaching 11. Hey! Shut up! From a couple tins down. You were squawking,
Yeah, I guess I was squawking, yeah.
Jabano?
which is not unreasonable for this camp,
Right.
but
Giovanni-
it's past squawking hours.
Go to sleep.
I like to think we're both peeking out of brain shackle.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in common to the guy, you shut up.
No, Jabano, shut up.
I'm going back to bed.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm staring at Jabanu from my tent, just like
That is a new mask.
it is. It's like the image of like the two eyes that you see from like a black figure in like the shadow. That's what's staring back at you from my tent.
High pitched violin
Inverted
hit. Shiver goes all the way up my spine and all the way back down.
11 p.m.
Wait.
Who's awake? Who's asleep?
Yeah. I'm.
Probably asleep.
Hey, I got the book for you.
Oh, thank you. Nobody saw you, right?
Sleeping like this.
No, well, I asked Jabanu for the book.
Oh, you don't
that's
sleep
fine.
like a
Yeah.
sickly Victorian child?
No, my hands are
okay.
up here to protect my neck.
Thank you.
It's a new habit.
Did you share any of the stuff that the mice overheard?
Yeah, I would have shared that.
Okay, sweet. Once everyone's asleep,
I'm awake.
are you? You're awake. Okay.
Yeah, how many of us actually sleep?
How
I'm
many?
going
Yeah.
to sleep.
I sleep.
I sleep, but I always hear what happens.
I'm always awake while I'm
It's
sleeping.
11 p.m. I'm
I'm
going to go
not.
around and you're going to tell me if you're awake or asleep.
I am asleep.
Sleep.
The spirit does
Sleep.
not sleep.
Asleep.
Sleep.
Awake.
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 There's your roster.
Sweet. At some point, I want to use my new feature.
Lurk.
Yeah, and I want to like meander through the camps and just get like just as Jabanu
Danger
got.
sense goes up.
Yeah, just as Jabanu got the vibe check from the forest, I want to get the vibe check from
Inside it up.
from the people. Oh, bummer. I love insight. Yes. Remember when I was like, no, I'm not going to take expertise and insight. When's that going to come in handy?
Level 6.
Level 6. Yep. Okay. That's not great. It's real bad. Okay. It's going to be a 6.
You start in the camp that's, if this is a Venn diagram of camp, you start in the camp that is more the Gallant-Gallanteers, and the vibes are good. I mean, like, with a 6, vibes are fine. People are happy. The troubadours, the performers, are really putting on a show. They're keeping a number of the rangers and even some of the druids up pretty late.
Yeah.
I mean, drinking, they're off duty type of thing. As you make it towards the other side of the camp, shared, it's a 6. Vibes are not bad. People are on edge. There's a difference of people who are, was this a good idea? Was it not a good idea? And they seem stressed.
Part of like what's motivating this is Ireland sharing that Violetta withering, or so I think that like seeing like Nim is wondering if that was the woman who ran away.
With the 6
I
on
know.
this.
Yeah.
And the reason this one passed, I mean, secret, sneaky little mouse, but even with your lurk going in and out, people aren't having that conversation like at the table with Tankard.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is she there?
Where do you want to look for her at?
Just like around, like out in public for now at the campsites. Yeah.
It's a little bit after 11.
Yeah.
She is currently not at the campsite.
Okay. Interesting. I return back.
I think I'm about to go to sleep, and then I pop back up. Shit. I'm gonna run to Ajax's tent.
I'm in there making a new mask. It's an emotion called disappointment.
Honestly, kudos to you for never feeling that before.
Hey, the caravan never disappointed me. It wasn't until I met a certain someone that I felt disappointed.
Knock.
It's a tank, bro.
Still would,
There's a bottom door flap at the bottom.
I think you would hold it taut so he could knock it.
Ajax, emergency!
What?
Listen, tell me right now.
As
whether
I'm
you know
holding
or
my
not.
mask with my wood carving tools.
Tell me if you know, where is Castore right now?
Why?
Do you know where he is? Because I don't. I don't think I've seen him in a bit. Do you think he'd try something?
What?
I'm worried. What if Castore... has anyone talked to Castore since this?
I'm assuming so.
What if Castore's, trying something right now?
Trying what?
What if he's trying some sneakery?
What are you guys talking about?
The shadows.
Listen. I was just thinking that Castore, he said that he's had a plan A and a plan B, and I'm worried that he might be going to plan B without talking to anyone because I haven't seen him in a while. I just want to go knock on his tent. I was hoping you would come with me. Since, you're buddies.
Will you leave me alone if I agree?
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant. I'm going there.
Beautiful. And as it approaches probably midnight by this time, the day comes to an end. And I think that's where we'll call this episode. We'll see you next time as we go and chat with Castore. Have a good night, everybody.